Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Garage Hammer Tactics on what we're now dubbing as Heresy Wednesdays. Okay, and we have with us the man, the legend, Whack West, or just Adam for those of you who don't know him. Hey, welcome Adam.
Thank you, Sam, I guess.
Okay, today we're going to be playing an awesome game for you guys. We've got Adeptus Custodes versus Daemons of the Ruinstorm. Now, two armies you don't necessarily see much on the internet, so this will be a good classic throwdown as per the Master of Mankind novel, and that's sort of what we're leaning on today. Okay, so the mission we're going to be playing is, well, I can't actually remember the name of the mission because I always forget this, but it is essentially, I've got to get more demons, or any of my demons, they all count as scoring for the purpose of this game, into Adam's deployment zone with his custodes by the end of the game, which could last up to turn 7, so it's all to play for. Okay, and meanwhile, Adam has to survive as long as he can, i.e. if he has more units of his left in his deployment zone than I have units of mine left in his deployment zone, then he will win the game. It's as simple as that. Okay, thanks guys. We're on 250 subscribers now. Okay, we're getting bigger and bigger as the weeks go by, and we're trying to push out as much content as possible. However, the real life constrictions of COVID, we all have jobs, we all have wives who, don't like us rolling dice like sweaty little children. Yeah, so please like, share and subscribe and tell your friends, we're trying to get as much heresy content out there as possible. Hey, anything for you to add, Adam?
Not really.
You look forward?
You covered it, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Absolutely going to get smashed, I imagine.
No, this man brings the biggest win at all cost armies I've ever seen, so I'm going to lose.
Oh,
I've already lost, twice now on the channel, so this is going to be my third. Go for a hat trick.
Why not, Sam?
Okay, so if there's no nothing further said, we're going to look into armies, which are coming up next. Okay, guys, and this is 3,000 points of Demons of the Ruinstorm, the Creeping Scourge. So this Creeping Scourge is one of the specific versions of Demons of the Ruinstorm you can run. It basically relates to Nurgle before Nurgle was sort of realised by the Imperium, and it gives you certain bonuses. So all infantry and beasts, etc., all get Feel No Pain. And all monstrous creatures get It Will Not Die, which is really useful in terms of like survivability. Okay, third to that, if we try and run or sweep in advance, we must roll 2 dice and pick the lowest result. So we are quite slow. Okay, in our HQ choice, we have Corvax Utterblight. Now he is sort of a staple of the Creeping Scourge, summoned by the Word Bearers during Calf, and he's an absolute beast. But we'll get into that when we go into his rules when we play the game. The other 2 HQ choices I have are 2 Demon Chosen. Now these guys are sort of support units for my infantry, okay, and they will be attached to my lesser demons. Hey, they both have mastery level 1, and they're going to be taken on the Biomancy table, but we'll roll that up in a bit. Hey, and they both have preferred enemy. They can pick a unit they have preferred enemy, or rather not a unit type, so either infantry, monstrous creatures, etc., and they have preferred enemy against that unit type. And they're going to take infantry for today because it's fluffy. Okay, coming on from there, we have our first troop choice, which is a unit of demon beasts, represented brilliantly by the Blight, the Putrid Blight Kings from AOS. Okay, these guys have Crushing Claws and Miasma of Rot. Now, Miasma of Rot works like rad grenades, gives you -1 toughness and -1, but it also accounts to your armor value. So if it's against a vehicle, that vehicle will suffer -1 to that armor value on whatever facing is being attacked. Okay, the Crushing Claws gives them rending, so it gives them a AP2 on their 6s. Okay, we have a second unit of beasts equipped identically, and they're both units of 7 due to the blessed number. Okay, from there we have our first blob of 20 lesser demons. Now these guys again have Miasma of Rot and Crushing Claws, so again a lot of -1 toughness, very very fluffy for Nurgle. Okay, and we have a second 20-man blob or 20 demon blob. And they are equipped exactly the same. Coming up from there, we have our first elite choice. We have the Demon Brutes. Okay, these guys are slightly bigger than Demon Beasts, and they have Crushing Claws and Miasma of Rot. You can see a theme here, but this is rending across the whole army, and it's the only real good source of AP2 that my infantry can get. Hey, they also get Feel No Pain because they're not monstrous creatures. Coming over, we have our first fast attack choice, and this is our Demon Cavalry, represented here by the Plague Toads. Okay, they have 2 wounds a pop, they have the cavalry rule, okay, and they have, again, Crushing Claws and Miasma of Rot. Going over, we have our second and third fast attack choice, was 2 identically equipped Demon Shrikes. Okay, they have Miasma of Rot and they have a Rift Barb. Now, Rift Barb is a shooting attack, which is unnormal for demons. They have strength, it's strength +2, AP3, and armor bane. So it's not going to destroy a tank outright, but it can definitely chip away at the any armor that it's going to come across, which is good. They are also monstrous creatures, so in case they run out of vehicles to shoot, they can land, because they are flying monstrous creatures. They can land and then get into combat because they're still powerhouses in combat. Okay, and finally we have our heavy support slot, which is a greater demon behemoth. Okay, represented excellently by the Glockin. I couldn't think of any other model that would work better. Okay, and he is armed with Miasma of Rot, Flensing Talons, hey, and Warp Hide Armor. So the Warp Hide Armor gives him a 3+ armor save. Okay, Miasma of Rot we already know about, and Flensing Talons gives him shred to his close combat attacks. Okay, and that is my 3,000 points. Let's see how it does on the battlefield.
Points of Legio Custodes. It's Talons of the Emperor list. So we've got my Warlord, which is my HQ. He is a Legio Custodes shield captain. He's also been upgraded to a Tribune. With his Warlord traits, I've given him a coordinated assault. So the Warlord and everyone within 12 inches get the real ones in combat. So in assault phase. He has a Custodian armor, digital lasers, on Halo, Presidium shield, and he's got a Paragon Power Blade, which is a spear. Next, I've got Elite's choice of my Legio Custodes Aquilian Terminator squad. They all armed identically. They have Lastrum Stormbolters. They also have Solarite Power Gauntlets, and as modelled, they have Aquilian Pattern Terminator armour. Next, Elite's choice is my Contemptor Achilles Dreadnought. So he's been upgraded to have the Corvette Las Pulsar and the Achilles Dread Spear. Apart from that, he's pretty stock. Next, my troops choices. So they are identical to each other in terms of what they have. So they've got the Custodian Guard squads, which are the ones with the spears. They don't have anything upgraded. There's 4 of them in each unit. And in each of my shield squads, they're both identical. I like symmetry like that. They have shields, obviously, and they've got Mystredian Vixilla, and one of them has a Solarite Power Gauntlet. Moving on from that, got a Legio Custodes Calidus Grav Tank. So that only thing's been updated on that is extra armour, just in case it gets hit. It does have an Elastis Accelerator Cannon, which should hopefully be useful in this game. It also has Machine Spirit and a Flare Shield. Not sure how the Flare Shield is going to work in this game, but we'll find out. We've got the Contemptor Galatus Dreadnought, one of my favourites. He comes as stock, can't upgrade him anything. He has obviously a bigger version of the Presidium shield, and he's got a Galatus Warblade. That should do some damage. And Twin Furnace Incinerator. We've got a Legio Custodes Telemon Heavy Dreadnought, my favourite. So he's got extra armour, he's got a multi-layer fracture field, and he's also got an Elastis Accelerator Culverin, Proteus Plasma Protector, Spiclus Bolt Launcher, and Telemon Saestus. They're all nasty, and we're going to find out later on what they do. That is the army.
This is the battlefield for today, and as you can see, the Custodes I've already set up as per the mission rules. And we have 3 portals, and who knows what could come out of the portals. Okay, a couple of mentions before we begin. This lovely board and terrain is supplied to us by Attrition Gaming. They are our sponsor at the moment, and they're sort of your one-stop shop for all sorts of Heresy events and 40k events, should you find that you like 40k, which some of us like 40k, there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, and another special mention, my wife painted this dirty tree, and she made me you know, definitely mention it in the video. So that's what I'm doing because, you know, happy wife, happy life. Okay, so talk us through your deployment, Adam. What have you done?
So basically it's a thin line of hope. I have a vague idea what's going to come out of those portals and I'm not going to like it. So basically, to be a bit tactical about it, I deployed further up, try and keep the portals away from me. I am not exactly sure how I'm going to play this yet because whatever comes out of those portals is going to ruin my day. I've got to try and keep it back. Yeah, I'm just going to have to find out how it's going to go. Know what Rawlins is like. All the filth in the world, Mo, without a doubt.
You just last name me.
I did. Oh. That's what I do.
Cool. And then, yeah, if we move over here, I rolled for my psychic powers off camera. Okay, and I got rather lucky. So, we got Iron Arm for Corbax Utter Blight. So, potentially, he's going to be Strength 10, Toughness 10 every turn, which is nice. And then both my Lessers rolled a 5 on the Biomancy table. Not Lessers, sorry, my Chosen Demons. So, they've both got Endurance.
Naturally.
So, naturally, was very lucky rolling. So, my Lesser Demons are potentially going to have Eternal Warrior every turn, which is really going to make it really going to be hard to shift, especially when the mission is to get me out of his deployment zone.
Yeah.
Especially with my 3 portals.
Yeah,
okay.
And the amount of filth you've got over there, I can see.
Right, well, if that's the if there's nothing more to add, I think we should go into Custodes turn 1. Actually, before that, we can seize the initiative. It's part of the mission rules, so let's see if I can seize the initiative. We're looking for a garage. In fact, you know what? I'm not going to seize the initiative. You can have the first turn because all you're going to do is hide like a coward.
No, it's been tactical, Sam. It's different.
Sorry, tactical withdrawal. But that's so we've got Custodes turn 1 tactical withdrawal coming up next. Okay, and here we are at the bottom of Custodes turn 1 movement phase, and as we said, it was a tactical withdrawal, or you just ran away. Okay, but it looks like we've tightened up that movement. So what exactly have you done, Adam?
I literally have moved back. I'm going to have to do a bit of a wider line because I know what happens. The first 2 turns, or when the Ruinstorm army comes out, they're toughness 5. That's the same as Custodes, and I don't like that.
I mean, my smallest unit's a toughness 5.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, +1 toughness on the whole army, which is absolutely filthy. Whereas most units can probably be Eternal Warrior, knowing you. So I'm gonna have to try and hedge my bets on dealing with them when you've come out, because if I move to you straight away, you get a reroll to your invulnerable saves when you're within 6 inches of the portals as well. So you've got to come to me and lose that benefit. So I'm giving ground to try and hopefully gain it. We'll find out in a minute. And Sam starts deploying his army and upsetting me.
Yeah, it's a good tactic. It's not how Master of Mankind went though. In that book, the Custodes stood and fought their ground regardless of what came. They did not take one step back. Clearly, you're not a real Custodes player.
Well, I'm not going to spoil it for a lot of people, but I'm not going to go into how it worked for the Custodes. But these ones are the sensible ones. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, the ones that didn't die.
Yeah.
Okay, well, is there going to be any shooting phase or any charge phase?
I don't think so. There's nothing to charge. Unless I can kill your portals, which would be absolutely delightful. But
I'm nicely nestled in my portal. So we will go straight to Demons at turn 1. At the end of the movement phase for the Demons of the Ruinstorm, here we have quite a populated board now. I was really lucky with my rolls, wasn't I? And basically, everything turned up apart from, I think, a unit of lesser demons and a demon shrike. Yeah, sadly. So look at this. Look how close I am. Look at all this demony goodness ready for those Custodes. And it didn't matter that they ran away. They're still going to get munched on turn 1.
Yeah, they're going to get eaten.
Okay,
it's not good. It's not good.
Hey, we're going to go into the psychic phase in a second, and I've actually got some shooting, which is weird because you didn't have any shooting, and I've got no shooting attacks in this army apart from 1.
To shoot.
Okay, coming to the psychic phase, and I'm going to roll for my warp charges. Now I have got martial level 2 because of callbacks, and each of my lessers are martial level 1. So at the moment on the board I have 3 charges to add to whatever I roll. Let's see what I get. And it's only 1. This is not helpful. However,
it's for me.
Yeah, it is for you. Well, it means you're not really going to deny whatever I cast, but we'll see. Yeah. So we're going to go for, I think, Iron Arm on callbacks. I've got 4 charges.
I have 1.
I mean, I could do endurance on those lessers, but I don't think you're actually going to try and shoot them because there's bigger things to a threat. I could put endurance on either the beasts or... In fact, I could put endurance on the beasts. That's probably a better sort of tactic, because I reckon that Telemon's going to try and have a pop at them. Absolutely try and have a pop at them, because they're right in his face, and they're going to cause all Hail Mary if he's not careful.
That'll run away. 2 options I've got there. Neither are very good.
Yeah.
It's even less of a good option if you get endurance off on them.
Right, so this man here is going to cast endurance on these beasts here. So let's see what we get. So it is Warp Charge 2, so I need 2 4s out of this, and I've got 5 dice on it. Please no double 6s. Okay, and I've got 5, 5, and 5. So you can't actually deny this. Unlucky.
Yep. Thanks, Sam.
That unit is now endurance. They have a 4+, feel no pain, and they are Eternal Warrior. Okay, coming on to the Demon shooting phase. It's going to be nice and quick. And that Shrike over there is going to fire at that Sikaran-looking hover thing. What's it called?
Calidus Grav Tank.
Calidus Grav Tank. Yeah, I'm not going to remember that.
It's just called a Sikaran, a Custodes Sikaran.
So I've got a 12-inch range. I am in range. I am currently strength 10 with my weapon, AP3 Armor Bane. So are you going to jink? Can you jink with that?
I can jink, indeed. And it'd be
jink?
best if I do so, because we've got Machine Spirit.
Oh, nice. Right, well, I hit on 3, so let's see what happens. Oh, look at that. Garages for days. That is, in fact, a hit. Okay, so that is 2d6. I put them together plus 10.
Yep, so I'm Bane. But I have a Flare Shield, so it's -1 strength.
So I'm strength 9, but 2d6.
Yep.
All right, happy days. And that is...
Still doesn't matter,
19.
Still goes through.
That's a pen all day long. All right, cool.
I now have a 4-up.
No. Which you don't make. Love a 6. I could just immobilise you now and then you're just stuck there. Oh, it's only a 2, which is crew. You snap shoot it next time, but you've got Machine Spirit, so you don't really care.
Yeah.
But that is a whole point down.
That's a whole point. I do, and I'll take that.
Cool, that is my glorious shooting phase over. There's no charges, so in the quickest turn in Garage Hammer Tactics history, we're going into turn 2 of the Custodians. Okay, so this is the end of Custodes turn 2 movement phase. I just called them Custodes because they are Custodes. Custodes movement phase turn 2. Okay, and what have you done, Adam? So it looks like you've gone for a bit of an aggressive push.
I have. What I thought about doing is taking the fight to the enemy. I keep running back like a coward, but that's not true to the Emperor's favourite sons. So I've decided to push forward around here to try and take on the brute squads. The tanks come back a bit because I've got range, you haven't. My 2 dreads are going to try and pile into there, into that big behemoth. And my command squads, essentially, so Quillins and my Tribune, are going to try and go for that endurenced unit there, or brutes, which is not going to be
Beasts.
well.
They're not brutes.
Beasts.
Brutes are over there. These are beasts.
Sorry, I'm mistaken. And these 2 squads are going to try and pile into there and hope for the best.
This looks like it's going to be what happens when an impossible object comes across an immovable force. No, immovable object comes across an unstoppable force. That's the one.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're just going to clash in. Well, it's not the middle, but it's definitely not the. It's definitely not quite your deployment zone yet. So
no, I'm going to try and keep you out of it. The more I can do, the better.
All to play for. Now, hopefully, Adam can push you back because I've still got a unit of 20 lessers and another Shrike to get in. All I have to do is play the attrition game and kill him down slowly because I don't think he's got the numbers to outweigh me. But we'll see. No. Coming into your shooting phase next, isn't it? You do have a shooting phase this time.
I do, yes. So I can actually shoot you because you're on the board this time.
Okay, so we're coming up to Custodes shooting phase. Okay, first up is is it the spear guys?
So the spear guys all have bolters inbuilt in their spears. They're just standard bolters pretty much. They're going to fire into this unit of beasts.
They're cavalry.
Cavalry.
You'll get it right.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't count
Just say what they look like and I'll correct you.
Big fat toad things.
Yeah, big fat toad things, right.
And that's not Sam.
You'll want to talk. Oink, oink.
So, they hit on 2s. So 1 miss. I like the good start. And your toughness 5.
Yep.
So I need 5s to wound. Yeah, I've got 2 wounds there.
2 wounds. Let's see if I can save it. My 4, is it AP4?
They are AP4 on these ones.
Cool. So I'm not getting my armor save. I do have a 5+ invuln followed by a 5+ feel no pain. So let's see what happens. So there's 1.
All these rerolls.
Feel no pain. No, not quite. So 1 will take a wound on the way in.
Good. I'm going to do copy and paste with the sword guys. They have a different bolter, so they are a standard bolter, So they've got another 8 shots each for the whole lot. Hit on 2s again.
Oh, rolling dice off the table. What is wrong with you?
There we go. Those ones are misses anyway. I'll take that. And then I need 5s to wound again, but these ones you will get armor saves on. Typically, I roll more wounds. So
nice.
4 wounds. So you do get an armor save, and then you get your invulns with rerolls and rerolls.
Well, no, it's not. So I get my 4+ armor save followed by a feel no pain. It's not an invuln.
Oh, is it? Okay, fair enough then.
Right, so I'm looking for 4+ saves. And that is
Terrific.
lovely. I am rolling hot today. Maybe it's going to be the first win for Sam on the Garage Hammer Tactics.
Well, you hope not.
Hopefully, because I'm on a 6 week. So off camera as well, I'm on a six loss streak at the moment. I'm not doing well. That's why I had to bring out the big guys.
And ruin my day.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Sam.
Okay, so next up we have the Aquilon Terminators, and they're going to fire their, is it Lastrum bolt guns?
Yep, Lastrum bolters, storm bolters, into your
beasts. Ah, so let's see what happens. So I believe you need 2s, because your whole army hits on ballistic skill 5.
Because they are good. They're better than you. So they've got 2 shots each. Count 2s. No rerolls or anything, sadly.
I mean, it's not 40k, mate.
Oh,
you don't do rerolls in this game.
You've not met my world eaters.
Unless you have preferred enemy or, you know.
Yeah, all the filth.
Yeah.
Now I need 4s to wound, because your toughness... No, sorry, your toughness 6, aren't you?
Currently toughness 6, yes.
Oh, just disgusting.
So you need 6s,
So
don't you?
Nope, need 5s to wound, because they're strength 5.
Oh, right, awesome sauce.
So I've got 1, 2, 3 wounds there.
Cool.
So these are AP4, so whatever your armor save is.
So I'll get a 5+ invuln, because there are 4+ armor save. I'll get a 5+ invuln followed by a 4+ feel no pain.
With these, any failed wounds cause instant death because of helithic detonation, but you need to take a toughness test.
So they don't have the instant death special, so I still get feel no pain against them.
You still get feel no pain. So any failed wounds, you take a toughness test. So if you roll a 6, you fail, and then it's instant death.
All right, okay, cool.
Not that it makes a difference because they're endurance, aren't they?
Yeah, they're Eternal Warrior.
Yeah, ignore what I just said because it makes no difference.
Unlucky.
Well, yeah, thanks, Sam.
Right, so 3 wounds, looking for 5 ups, and that is 2. Look at that. These dice are... They've had nothing but bad luck for the last couple of games, and now all of a sudden we're... oh, and then a feel no pain on a 4 up. Boosh.
Come off it.
That's what we needed. Right, the beasts have just weathered that firepower, no dramas.
So my Tribune also has a Paragon Bolter. So this hits on 2s. Both hit. Strength 5. These are AP3, so just take 2 arm saves then, Sam.
2
invuln saves.
2 invuln saves followed by feel no pain. So, boom. No.
That's what I like to see.
2 feel no pains.
On the table, please, Samuel.
Yeah, I know. No, so I take 1 dies. So you've killed the first model of the game. Well done.
Yes.
Okay, next up we have the Telemon and its dirtiness. And what's it going to be shooting at?
It's going to be firing at these beasts.
Yep, they are beasts. You got it right this time.
Hey, it's a good start. So I've got Eliastus, the cannon. So he's going to hit on 2s. Don't like 1s, but there we go. We'll take that. They are strength 7. So your toughness 6. So still need 3s to wound. Typically.
2 wounds.
So 2 wounds. So
and
you take...
invuln.
Yep.
Invuln
So
followed by 4 up, feel no pain.
Yep.
So 2 wounds. Let's see what we do. Nope. And then followed by 4 up, feel no pain. And that is 1 wound goes through. So we're down to next beast takes a wound.
And now next. So it has a Proteus plasma launcher. So we're going to be 3.
Yep.
So your strength 5. It gets hot though. So if you roll a 1,
take a
wound.
Nope,
so luckily it doesn't. So 3 wounds. Sorry, 3 hits. I need 5s to wound because you're so tough.
Yeah.
Which is disgusting.
Because we love it.
No. Now, I have the Spicus launcher. I might be saying that properly, but it's basically the big rocket launcher on the top of it. Since I haven't moved, it fires twice. So hits on 2s, naturally.
1-1-1. That's a good roll for you.
Yeah, well, the next roll makes all the difference.
What strength is it?
Strength 5.
So 5s to wound
5s to wound.
That's not a bad roll.
No, not at all.
That is
So
4
that
wounds.
is 4 wounds and 1 rend.
And what is the AP?
The AP on that is AP4. So,
Okay, so
you'll go through, do they?
no, they'll go down to my invuln, yeah. So
I'll
5
take
up followed by a 4 up. Let's have a look, see what we do. So I didn't make any invuln saves, however 4+ feel no pain. And I do save 2. So I put, basically I lose a beast and another one goes down to 1 wound. So you've now
got another dice here, Sam. I've got 5 wounds.
Oh, have you got 5 wounds?
Yeah. Roll another one, please, mate.
Apologies. Right, let's get another one. So let's go for 5 up. And look at that.
Doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
Typically.
So, back to what I was saying before you rudely interrupted me. We lost we lost 1 demon beast, and then we've moved down to 1 being on 1 wound. So we're down to 5 demons.
Next one is going to be my Killer's Dreadnought. He's going to fire into your great big behemoth. Hopefully do something. So he's got the Corvée Las Pulsar, and he's got twin Lastrum bolters. So similar to what the Terminators had. So I roll a D3 to see how many shots the Las Pulsar get. 3.
Nice.
I'll take a bit of that. So it's pretty much like a las cannon. So 3-shot las cannon. So hits on 2s. That's a bit cocked, that one. Let's try again. So 3 hits.
Nice.
Toughness 8.
So
strength
3 to
9.
wound.
3s. So 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Go straight to your invuln.
Cool.
With a reroll.
Let me just move around and go pick up some dice because I was a fool and didn't bring any with me.
No comment.
You can no comment all you want, mate. Right, so I need 2 5-ups, but they are rerollable because I'm with 6 inches of a Warp Rift portal. Another demon rule is that, yeah, if they're in 6 inches of only with their portals, they get to reroll failed invuln saves.
Which is broken.
It's not really.
It's filth, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't have any 4-up invuns across my whole army. You've got 3-ups, so you can't talk.
Let's not start that.
Right, so 2 wounds, 5-ups. 1 saved. No, so that is 1 wound. So the mighty behemoth is down to 9 wounds. Oh no.
9 wounds. What's this, 40k?
I know, right? And he has it will not die, so you might get that back.
Oh, terrific. Okay. So I got 2 twin Lastrum bolters, which hopefully not going to bounce off, but we'll see. They hit on 2s, so we've got 3 hits. And then I need 6s to wound, sadly.
1 wound.
Got a wound. So take an armor save.
Cool, and this is a 3-up because he does have Warp Hide armor.
Oh, it gets better.
Doesn't make it.
Good.
Should have taken the invuln, really. So he's down to 8 wounds.
There he is. So that's the Killer's Dreadnought. He's done his job. So the Dreadnought next to him is also going to do a bit of flaming. So he's got a incinerator. He's got an incineration flamer. So he's going to clip the model. Obviously, it sounds built it. It's got things hanging off it.
So you're targeting the behemoth, not the brutes.
Yep. So he's just going to clip them. He's going to clip 2 guys on the other squad.
Okay, cool. So what's the strength of this weapon?
Strength 6.
Okay, so
6s.
6s for the brute, for the behemoth, and 5s for the brutes because they're toughness 7 because of the +1 toughness they get in the first 2 turns.
It doesn't sound fair for Custodes, does it? So I need 6 against the brute. He is also twin linked, which is really good. So I get a reroll for my failed wound. No,
Didn't help you.
didn't help at all. Now I did 2 wounds on the brutes. They are brutes, aren't they?
They are brutes, yes.
So I need 5 to wound.
2
which is
5s,
good.
nice.
AP 4. So whatever armor saves they are.
So they have a 4+ armor save. Kind of, you're showing it, sort of seeing a theme here. So they've got a 5+ invuln followed by a 5+ feel no pain. And because they're in 6 inches of their portal, they're re-rolling that 5+ invuln. So you're going to watch me roll these 2 dice like 3 times. Let's see how we do.
5 up, the 5 up with a 5 up.
Yeah, so 5 ups for the invuln. There's 1. Cool, and then re-roll that invuln. And there's another one. So you did nothing.
It's like almost like they're broken as an army.
I wouldn't say they were broken. They've got no shooting attack, so I've got to come to you. And
yes.
You've got weapon skill 5 across the board, so I'm not going to be doing much in combat. But we shall see. You know, you've brought the wackiest army you could bring. I've brought the wackiest army. No, I'm telling a lie. You haven't brought the wackiest army you could bring.
Oh, I can knock that up a notch if I need to. Don't you worry about that, Sam. I've played many years of playing you. I've got 3 Spartans sat at home for that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, well, you know, that's for another game. So what are you doing next?
So these guys are going to shoot in here. Hopefully they can do something, but I severely doubt it. So they're the same as the spear squad. So hit on 2s with 8 shots. So 1 miss. They're doing pretty good on average. Now I need better than average. So I need 6s to wound. So 2 wounds.
2 wounds, nice. And that is AP4 again?
AP4.
Cool, so that is 2 wounds, a 5 up, followed by a 5 up, followed by a 5 up.
See the pattern here, can't we?
Yeah, it's... So there's 1. Reroll. And there's another.
Surprise, surprise.
No wounds on the brutes.
I might give up shooting them in a minute. Next thing. So this Custodes grav tank's going to fire everything it's got at this.
Okay.
It has a machine spirit, but since it's flying, it doesn't make a difference.
It's hitting on sixes.
Sixes to hit. So he gets 3 shots, hitting on sixes. So 1 hit so far. It's twin linked.
Just for everyone at home, you are firing at the Shrike because you said I'm going to hit this guy and point it off camera.
Sorry, yes, it's this big flying horrible thing.
So the Shrike, the dirty fly.
Yeah, dirty fly. So 1 hit.
Yep.
So it is strength 7. Your toughness 6.
7.
7?
Yeah.
Oh, so I need force to wound it. It wounds it.
Okay, so that is a 5-up invuln. There's nothing I can do about it. It's only got 1 5-up invuln. It does nothing, so it takes a wound. It has got 5 wounds though.
But also, since it's flying, got to take a grounding test.
Yeah.
But if you, so this is helithic detonation. So with this helithic detonation, he needs to take his toughness test now.
But his toughness 7, so.
So no, a 6 is always a fail.
Is it?
Yep. So if you're a 6, it dies.
Right, let's see what I do. No.
No, that's not a 6.
Sorry
sadly.
guys, should have probably looked at the dice there with the camera. Sam, get a grip. But yeah, it was a 1. So he's not.
No, he just takes the wound.
Just takes a wound
Do
and a grounding
check
test.
in a minute.
Okay, so we'll do a grounding test off camera now.
Got the Lastron bolt is going to do the same thing. They're strength 6, AP 3. So any hit on 6s. That's not 6s. Let's try again because they're twin linked. Sadly, I have to re-roll that one. It is a hit.
Oh,
anyway.
nice. 2 6s. It's determined to take down this flying thing.
Definitely. He knows how horrible it is. And I need 5s to wound. 2 wounds.
Nice.
I'll take a bit of that, Sam.
Look at that hot rolling that you've decided to come up with. So that is, it's AP what, sorry?
AP 3.
AP 3, so I still don't get, I just get my invuln save. Which I make once. So I take another wound, put me down to 3 wounds.
Yep. And I'll take another toughness test.
Is that another?
Yep, another helithic detonation. I've got it across the board. I need it for you.
I mean, you really don't.
I do.
But let's see what happens. No, I did see a 6 there, but sorry, that was a 2, guys.
Yeah, sadly. And that is him done.
I mean, you caused 2 wounds on my Shrike. Yeah, might help you.
I hope so.
We'll see.
When it comes around and starts kicking my Custodes in the face.
Cool, so we'll now do the grounding. I should have said we weren't going to do the grounding check. We did. I forgot he had more weapons to fire. So now we're going to do the grounding check off camera.
Right, next up is it's going to be copy and paste from what was over there. So the spear guys are going to shoot into these brutes.
They are beasts.
Beasts. Oh, I don't think I'm ever going to get it right in this game. They are Nurgle, and that's as far as I know, and they're tough, and they won't go away.
No. There was no Nurgle in this time of the heresy. It was just like they were disgusting looking demons. No one could tell what they were.
Oh, okay.
The fact they were running around groups of 7 didn't mean anything.
It's just a mere coincidence. Is that
Yeah,
okay?
mere coincidence.
Yeah, okay. A mere coincidence that you've turned up with a whack army against me. Okay, fair enough, Sam. Okay.
Well, the whack toads need whacking, so.
So I hit on 2s. So 8 shots again. So this time they'll hit.
Nice.
No problem, is there? Now toughness 6.
So
So I
5.
need 5s to wound again. No, I need 6s to wound because...
You're strength 4 AP4, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 6s to wound. That's
No,
still 2
that's
6s.
2 wounds.
Not bad. So it's 2 wounds, AP4.
It is AP4.
Okay, so that is, I'm not in, so that is my 5-up followed by 5+ feel no pain. So let's have a look. 2 made, look at that.
What a surprise. Rerolls for days.
I didn't need the rerolls.
I know. Well, I don't need them, but, you know.
Hey, are you going to use your sword and board guys, your shields?
I am indeed. So they're going to do the same. Probably do absolutely nothing again, but we'll find out. So they hit on 2s. I missed. And I need 6s again.
Oh.
So
just
2 wounds.
2 wounds. Happy days. Okay, so this is now AP4?
No, AP5.
Okay, so I get my 4+ armor save now, followed by...
A 5-up with a 5-up.
No, 4-up with a 5-up.
Oh, sorry.
Right, so that's 1. Do we get a feel no pain? We do.
Oh.
Look at that. Right, so that is no wounds causing those beasts. You're going to have to fight me in combat.
Oh, listen, I'll do the old-fashioned way and spear them in the face. That's fine. I'm happy to do that.
Cool. Is that your shooting done?
As much as a lackluster as it was, yes, that is
So you
it.
killed 2 beasts with all your pretty guns, and you killed 2 beasts. No, you did do some wounds to him. You did drop some wounds on him.
It's not my fault you got dirty rules, but there we go.
Well, we'll see how dirty my rules are in the fight phase. or the assault phase, which is coming up next. Okay then, so we're moving into the assault phase or the fight phase or whatever phase you want to call it. And these custodes are charging into the beasts over there. So we've got the ones with the spears first, and they needed a 3-inch charge, I believe you said.
They did indeed.
Cool, yeah, it was all measured up pre-camera, and they got a 7. So they're definitely in combat. Okay then, so behind them we had the spears, the shields.
The shield guys.
And they needed a...
They needed a 7 themselves.
Right, so let's see.
Again.
Look at that, 11-inch charge. They definitely want blood.
They definitely want to cut them up.
Okay, and then what's going on over here? Who else was charging?
So I've got the two dreadnoughts that are charging into this great big mass of horribleness. So he needs basically a double 1.
And he doesn't need it, he's in. It won't save him.
You say that. This hopefully should make a difference. So he needs a 5. He's in, he's keen.
In. Love it.
Keen as mustard. And over here, I've got the Aquilans, and I've also got the Telemon.
Okay, so, and they're going to this unit of weakened beasts over here.
The Telemon's going to go first, simply because he wants to get in, and then the Aquilans can then squeeze in afterwards.
Happy days.
So the Telemon, there's a 6. He needed a 5. He's in.
He's in.
And the Aquilans, they need a 3.
And a 7.
Definitely got that.
You are making all these charges today.
Oh yes, they're feeling up for it. They want to cut you up.
That's okay. I mean, I expected to be into combat in the second turn, and I was not mistaken. Oh, yes. And then down here, you just need a double 1, I think, because we're pretty much already in base-to-base contest.
So spear guys, sword guys even?
They even 8-inch charge.
And the spear guys, which are confusingly scattered around.
Yeah, you've not made life easy. I mean, they got a 4. That was the lowest charge you've rolled so far. Still enough.
Still enough, and models will get in, and we'll have to pile in to hit you in a minute.
Cool, so we're going to go into the actual meat of the fight phase. Okay, so going into the meat of the fighting phase, or close combat phase. I can never remember it. It's 40k name changing names.
Yeah, it's close
combat phase, isn't it?
Fight phase is a 40k term, I think.
Yeah.
Fight sub phases and all that rubbish.
Yeah, you've got the assault, the charge phase, then the fight. Yeah, it's just all one. Anyway,
it's basically I'm going to punch you, and hopefully you're not going to be there to punch me back, but we'll find out. Okay,
so this is going to end in quite a spectacular combat here. The rest of the game's going to go quite quick, I think, because there's going to be no shooting because we're already in a scrap, which is how we sort of predicted this would go. That's how it should be. It's thematic as anything.
Yeah, pretty much. The Custodes are probably going to die.
Well, you say that. I mean, we'll see. Okay, so what are you going to use first?
So over here, they've got this mess here. So I've got these 4 spear guys are going to strike first.
Yep.
So then after that, my shield guys are going to attack.
Okay.
So they're all AP 3 with the swords, and the spears are AP 2. That makes a little difference.
That makes no difference.
But they have very different rules and how they work.
Okay, so pick which unit you want to fight with first.
So the spears are going to attack first.
Okay.
Your weapon skill less than me, so I hit you on 3s.
Yep.
So any roll of a 6
gets additional hit.
Gets an additional hit. So I'm going to take the ones out that miss. Okay. Get an additional roll.
Didn't help you.
Didn't help. No, sadly.
Cool. So that's how many hits. Now you are strength +1 because of your spear, yeah?
Yep. So now strength 6.
So I'm toughness 6. So you need 4s.
4s to wound. So I've got 4 wounds there.
4 wounds on the unit.
2. So straight to your invuln, mate.
Okay, so I have 4 wounds on my demon beast. Now I do have my 5-up invuln, and I still have a feel no pain because there's no instant death here. So we're looking for 5 followed by 5. So let's see what we get. So there's 2 5s already. Nicely done. That's what we want. Cool. And then
no, we don't.
Yes, we do. Followed by 5 plus feel no pains, and that is 1 wound on the unit.
So far.
So that is 1 wound on the unit, and that's 1 demon beast on 1 wound. Okay, so next up we have your sword and board guys.
So they have the same amount of attacks. They don't get the what the other rule was.
They're strength user, aren't they?
They are strength user, hit on 3s. So all those 6s could have been handy earlier, but oh well.
Such is life. And now you're looking for 5s, aren't you? Because I'm still toughness 6.
Which is disgusting. So I've got
that's still a hefty amount.
Got 5 wounds there, Sam.
That was better than the last time.
It is, strangely. So roll low, please. I could do some of that.
Cool. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is 5, yes?
Yeah, it is, mate. Yep.
Don't want to make a mistake like last time.
You can count this time, Sam. Well done.
And I didn't make a single save there. However, we're going to rely on feel no pains. I didn't make a single feel no pain. That was a brutal. So that is 1, 2, 3 dead because there was 1 on 1 wound. So when I whiff bad.
Don't we know it?
However, I will now get to swing back, which is nice.
Sadly.
Okay, and we're doing the hits back from the beast. Now they do have 2 attacks a pop, so it's 8 attacks. However, 2 of them have to go onto the sword and board guys, as he is in base-to-base contact with them. But he's targeting their Vexilla guy, so he's not got a shield, so he will still hit on 4s. Because hitting on 5s is dirty, and you call me a whack.
Well, you know, the cap fits.
So we'll do his 2 attacks first. He's looking for 4s, followed by... Now, I have Miasma of Rot, so you are Toughness 4, and I am currently Strength 6, so it'll be 4s followed by 2s with Rending.
Lovely.
So I can do tricks as well.
Don't you pull it out of the bag.
Cool, so we're looking for 4s, and that was nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like tricks to me then, Sam.
Okay, so then we've got 6 attacks looking for 4s. And that was nice. 4 hits.
You need 2s to wound them as well.
2s to wound, any 6s will be AP2. And that is 2 rending hits.
And I now have 5 up invuns, because they only have a refractor field. 1 takes a wound.
1 takes a wound. Okay, so...
I get a strike back
with your power fist.
His power fist. So, he hits you on 3s. On the table. Be good.
Oh,
so
Mastercrafted.
Lucky enough, 1 is Mastercrafted. Doesn't make a difference.
Still not helpful.
I win you on 2s though. With a 5.
Nice. So this is a 5 up. And Garage.
Annoyingly so.
However, you did win that combat, so I may... I'm not going to run, because we don't run with demons, but I will suffer a leadership check or Perils of the Warp. But we'll roll that off camera and see what happens. Okay, and we did the morale check off camera, and I did not pass. I needed a 2, and I think I rolled a 5, and it wasn't good enough. But what did happen was I suffered Perils of the Warp, as the demons do not run away. They suffer Perils of the Warp on their own table, and I rolled a 1. Classic Sam. And it meant that I lost D3 wounds on the unit with no saves of any kind allowed, and they are all reduced to Initiative 1, Ballistic Skill, and Weapon Skill 1 until the remaining of my next turn. So they're not going to be very useful in combat next turn.
I like that.
Unlucky.
And you lost 1 model, didn't you, then?
Yeah, I rolled a 2 for wounds, so I lost another model. So there's only 3 guys left. But handily, they've kept those custodes at bay, which means maybe we can get some reinforcements on the go. But that's not something to think about just now. We've got the next combat, which is these 2 twin dreads going up against the Behemoth, and hopefully your rolls aren't going to be so good, and I'm going to survive this. But we shall see.
We'll find out, Sam.
So which one are you going to do first?
So the one that does really count is this man with a spear. So
yeah.
his possible attacks, he has a spear. So the spear gives him benefit of when you charge a unit in combat, any rolls of 6 to hit be counted as a strength D attack. So they've changed that recently, so it's just the rolls to hit. It's not all the attacks, it's just that roll.
Happy days.
So he is weapon skill 6. You are weapon skill a lot less, I imagine, don't you?
4.
So I need 3s to hit. I like that. So it's the D. Everyone loves the D. Thank you, Sam.
Yeah.
You love this D. And see what happens.
Only a 1. It does nothing. Absolutely excited about that because...
Terrific. But these 4 attacks still
your
hit.
filthy trick should not be.
So I need 2s to wound. So that is another 3 wounds. That's strength 10.
Okay, so I get my 5+ rerollable invulnerable save because I'm still within 6 inches of my portal. So let's see what happens. So I get 1.
5 up with a reroll with a reroll.
And I don't get, so I take 2 more wounds, put me down to 6 wounds.
Like a normal creature.
I know.
So there's no possible way I'm going to kill it, but hopefully you should be able to do some more damage. So the shield guy is also going to do the same. So he hits on 3s. That's some good hits. What he does do though, is he wounds you on a 2 with a shred.
Which is handy.
Good for that shred.
Still
not that good for that shred. Only 3 wounds that time.
3 wounds with 5 ups followed by 5 ups. So hopefully I can stay in this fight. So let's see. So I got a 5 there. That's handy. And then nothing.
4
so I
and
take
3.
another 2 wounds, put me down to 4. Okay, so the demon Behemoth, having been slapped about a bit, is now mightily pissed off, and he's going to return in kind. He's going to attack the guy with the spear. Reason being, if I attack the guy with a shield, we're hitting on 5s, and we don't like that.
I do. It's handy.
I'm sure you do, but it's not what we want. So with my 4 wounds left, I've got 5 attacks on the charge. Oh no, I didn't charge. Sorry, I've got 5 attacks standard. I would have 6 on the charge. And weapon skill 4, so I'm looking for 4s. I am strength 9 at the moment, and he does have my miasma of rot. So the spear dread or both dreads are at -1 toughness, so they become, or -1 armor value, so they become armor value 12. So let's see what happens. That was 2 hits out of 5. Not the greatest, but we'll take it. And then we are looking for 3s to glance.
Indeed.
And that is 1 penetrating hit.
So what I do get is I do get a 5 up, which I do not pass.
Cool. And what do I do on my AP2 penetrating hit?
3. So it's shaken. So it's stunned. That has extra armor, so it goes down shaken.
Cool. So he's only snap shooting next turn.
Oh, I'll take that.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really make a difference. But the demon is still alive. And it means, for now, this Royal Rumble down here, and we've got the Aquilon Terminators, plus the Praetor Tribune, that's what I meant to say.
Definitely not a traitor in this aspect there, Sam.
Oh, yeah, he could be. I mean, he's more powerful than Valdor, so Valdor should be having words like, I'm the top daddy here. Okay, against these beasts. Okay, and I don't think the beasts are going to be standing there much longer, but we'll see. Okay, so who you hit him with first?
So it has to be the Tribune, because he is a higher initiative.
Happy days.
So he has, similar to the other spear guys, he has a Paragon Blade. So where there's a spear, so it gets +1 strength.
No, it doesn't. Oh, yes, it does. It gives +1 strength for standard, doesn't it?
Yep.
Happy days.
But he can't use the benefit of charging, so he's not strength 7, sadly, but he is flat strength 6. What it does do, it does give him reroll any 6 to hit, gets an additional attack.
Cool.
And he's also his dirty rule that you can choose whatever warlord traits he wants. He gets rerolls of 1s within units within 12.
Okay, this is definitely going to hurt.
This is going to hurt. So he gets 7 attacks on the charge. He gets 5 basic, +1 for charge, and +1 for digi lasers. So I hit on 3s. I reroll 1s.
I thought it was rolls. I just wanted to hit rolls to hit, not wound.
Rolls to hit.
Okay, fair enough.
So I get 2 additional attacks. I'll take that miss out. So 2 additional attacks because of the lightning blows, and I'll get a reroll at 1. So another 6. I can't get an additional attack on my.
So we're looking at 5 attacks, yeah.
Yeah. So they may look confusing, but that is legit.
Okay. Doesn't seem legit.
So it wounds you on 4s, is it?
Yeah, strength 6 gets toughness 6.
So.
Or have you got shred now or something?
No shred, no dirt inside that, Sam. My name is not Samuel. I've got 1 instant death because it is still a Paragon weapon.
Okay,
but in this instance, it probably doesn't make a lot of difference.
I mean, it just knocks me down to my 5+ invulnerable save.
Instead of a reroll.
Yeah, instead no rerolls. I'm not within 6 inches of my portal.
Oh dear.
Okay, so 1 5 up invulnerable, and I make it.
He passes.
Look at that.
Typically.
Hey, this is all I've got going for me at the moment. And then how many other wounds was it?
Just 2, mate.
2 wounds, and this is looking for 5 up invuns followed by 4 + feel no pains. Nope. 4 + feel no pains. And 1. So 1 takes a wound. I think 1 was only on 1 wound anyway. So that is 1 guy gone. And there he is there. Okay, and what's going on next?
So next, I've got the Telemann. So the big Telemann Dreadnought is going to start wading in. So he does D6 Hammer of Wraths as he charges in.
D6 Hammer of Wraths.
Yeah.
Filthy. Go on for it.
Great. Oh, what a surprise. I rolled a 1.
I mean, that's what you should get.
Well, yeah. It's strength 9. So it is 1 wound.
Okay, it's AP dash.
AP nothing, so it's
I
just
get
a
4+ armor save followed by a 4 + feel no pain.
You can see the pattern emerging here, can't we?
Yeah. And I make it. Hello. This is not going too bad. Wait till those crumping fists, those solar power gauntlets come in, then I really will feel the pain.
They're gleaming right now, ready for punching some faces. So the Telemann itself, he gets 5 attacks, so 4 + 1 the charge. Hits on 3s because he's better than you. So
4 hits.
That's 4 hits. 2s to wound. But what it is though, that also has Murderous Strike.
Does it?
Similar to Angron's chain axes and Paragon weapons, so it causes instant death.
So that's an instant death, but the rest are normal.
Yeah, the rest are normal ones.
Okay, cool.
No wounds.
So instant death, rolling, 5 up invuln.
Stop doing that, Sam.
It doesn't matter though, because I mean I'm an Eternal Warrior anyway.
Of course you are.
Right, so and there was 3 more wounds, wasn't there?
It was, mate. Yeah.
Cool. So these are 3 5-ups followed by 4 ups. So there's 1. These 2 need re-rolling. 4 + feel no pains. And we take a wound.
After all that,
the Telemann
does a wound.
Telemann does a wound. Unlucky. Right, and then I get to swing back, don't I? Because you're initiative 1 next.
You do, so you move into me, and then we carry on.
Okay, the Demon Beasts now get to hit back against the Aquilon Terminators. Now, I thought about going against the Telemann, but I don't think I'm going to do that much. I mean, yeah, I could fish for rending, but I don't think I'm going to do it. It might be a job for the lesser demons in a second, we'll see. The Demon Beasts are going to hit the Aquilon Terminators. They're going to hit on 4s, and it's going to be wounding on 2s. Because Miasma of Rot means that they are -1 toughness, making them toughness 4, and I'm currently strength 6, which so it's so that's that nice sweet spot. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8 attacks against them, and we have 2, 4, 6, 8 dice here. So let's see what happens. Looking for 4s. Hopefully we get a little bit better than average, or not. In fact, we did do get better than average. That's nice. So there's 5 hits, and we're looking for 2s and 6s to rend, because I don't want to. I'm just going to bounce off your Terminator armor. And we got no 6s. However, we did get 5 wounds on the unit.
So 5. So these Aquilons each have 3 wounds each.
Yeah.
They are tough old boys. The 2 up armor saves, same as any Terminators. Past them all.
They tanked it like a boss.
As they should do.
But I also tanked it like a boss, so.
Give and take, Sam. Give and take.
Okay, so initiative step 1, they're going to hit me back with their master-crafted power fists, the Solar Power Gauntlets. Okay, so remember when I said I didn't think these beasts would last very long? Yeah, well, that's why. 17 wounds he caused me, because he's master-crafted, and he can re-roll 1s because of his, his shield guy, shield tribune.
He gets to choose his warlord trait.
Yeah.
So coordinator sorts coming in rather handy right now. So
you telling me that I'm whack? Like, that is filthy.
Everything within 12 inches. It just says any model within 12 inches, doesn't specify being an infantry model or not.
Yeah.
So it can affect dreadnoughts and tanks.
So these guys are going to get it as well in a minute. But yeah, so I'm going to have to roll against that 17. I don't even have enough dice to roll against that. So we'll do 3, 6, 8 first.
What can I say? Aquilon's pack a punch, mate.
Cool. So there, I'm looking for. So there's 1, 2, 3. And they're not instant death because I am toughness 6. So strength 10 doesn't double me out. So I do get feel no pain against this. 4 up. So that is 1, 2, 3. So I've lost 1 so far. Okay. That would put me down to 3 guys. I wonder if I can survive this. I mean, I probably can't because I'm going to perils, but we'll see. So I now need this again to take me up to 16. Okay, and
that's better. That's what I like to see, Sam.
I need 4 ups. And this is a really poor roll. So I've lost 2 there. So that puts me down to 1 guy remaining. Okay, and we have 1 save to make. Nope. 4 plus feel no pain. He does make it.
So there's 1 guy all in his Todd.
1 guy all in his Todd. So we'll remove those models. We'll do a leadership check off camera, and we'll get back to you with the results. Okay, so we did the morale check off thing. I did need a double 1. Again, I rolled a 5. Not sure what that is. I just keep rolling 5s. And so I suffered. I rolled on the perils table. Got a 3. So I suffered D3 wounds with no saves of any kind. I only rolled a 1, thankfully. So there is still a beast in combat locking up this unit, which is handy.
Annoying.
It is annoying for you, isn't it? It means that potentially these lesser demons can come re-support, and then we'll have just a fight where we're stuck. There's nothing you can do.
It's giving me a mass Scrabble in the centre.
Yeah.
It's just where it should be, I guess.
So now we're going to go down to this unit here, and you're going to hit back again.
Yep.
And we'll see what I've never used Demon Cavalry before. I do love Plague Toads though. They are one of the coolest Nurgle models.
So, unfortunately,
You're not within 12.
I am. So I'm just about in 12.
Is it unit? Is it
It's
units?
per units, yep.
Oh,
So annoyingly, my spear guys and my shield guys both benefit from this rule.
Is he in 12 as well? This guy here?
Yep.
Okay, fair enough.
So they hit on 3s because your weapon skill less. They have the same spears as the other units. So any 1s, they get to re-roll.
Yep.
There's a cocked. So, plenty of hits, and I get 2 additional attacks. Which 1 hits, 1 misses.
So I have all that 2 missed attacks.
Yep.
That was filthy. See, that thing is disgusting.
Oh, it's only 1 extra attack, Sam. Come on.
No, that aura.
It's not like you're minus 1's toughness to me, like Rad Grays through the army.
Yeah.
So now, you're now toughness 6, aren't you, Sam?
I'm toughness 5.
Toughness 5. Oh, even better, half that. 3s. No rerolls, sadly.
Not sadly.
This isn't 40k. So I got 5 wounds.
5 wounds.
2.
2, 3. 5 wounds at AP 2. So that is 5 wounds where I wound. Oh, sorry, I've got my 5 up in bun followed by my 5+ feel no pain. So
Might be right, that one, Sam. Yeah.
I'll take that. 2 garages. So that's 2 wounds negated so far, and then that is 2 more feel no pain. So I take 1 wound. How do you feel that? How do you like them apples?
Not a lot. They seem quite sour, Sam.
Yeah. Well, I'm lucky. Cool. So 1 wound on my toads. So that is.
He's on. So one guy's dead.
Yeah, did you shoot? You shot them, didn't you? So you killed 1. Okay, so 1 guy is in fact dead. Cool.
So the rest of the unit will move in. So they move in and attack. They all hit on 3s as well. They don't get any janky rules for their additional power blades. Get real 1s though. So that 1 miss, which misses anyway.
Happy days.
No. And strength 5, so toughness 5.
4s.
I need 4s. Only 4 wounds out of all that. So Sam, please roll badly. I could do with that.
4 5-ups. And look at that. 2 come through already. 5-ups. Well, there's 1. And I rolled 1 off the table, so now I can't tell you off for doing it. No, so I take another wound. So it's 1 guy down to 1 wound. However, we're still in the game.
Yeah, with plenty of horrible toads.
Yeah, plenty of horrible toads. Okay, hits back against the custodes. So one of my toads is going to have to hit the sword and board, which means I'm going to hit on 5s, which is not ideal, however, you know, such is life. So it's 3 hits hitting on 5s. However, that's 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
I don't like it. Go on.
So you're currently toughness 4 and I'm strength 5 because of miasma of rot.
Because your rules, yep. Ogre rules.
It doesn't really work against you because you've got 2+ arm saves, so you just tank it anyway.
You say that. Watch me roll bad.
So I need 3s and 6s all rend. And that is 1 6.
So I get a 4 up because of my shield. It goes through anyway.
I've wounded something.
Ugh.
And then we've got 3, 6, 9 attacks against the rest of the unit. And we're looking for 4s. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not great, however, we'll take it.
Just below average, just be alright. Be alright, Sam.
And now we're looking for 3s again, 6s will rend. And look at that, I've whiffed massively.
Perfect.
However, you caused 3 wounds on the unit, didn't you?
But I have also got a power fist to go next, Sam.
Oh yes, you still got a power fist.
Don't want to forget him.
That's not going to do anything.
No, let's see. So I need 3s to hit. It's mastercrafted. That's doing well. I need 2s to wound, Sam.
3
and
wounds.
These are strength 10.
So I'm not getting my feel no pain, so I just need 3 5-ups. And I get 1. 2 just flat out die. That's not good.
They get punched in the face and they go splat.
Yes, they do.
It looks like crusty toes, and like custody toads.
That was a terrible joke. Don't do that again.
Sorry.
Cool. So I in turn lose 3 bases. That's a total of 2, 4, 5 wounds.
I had a wound taken from my spear guys. So you lose by 4, Sam.
But you've got a Vixilla, which is
so yeah, +1.
So
you were losing by 5.
Yeah, so I'm going to go. We'll roll it off camera, see what happens. I'm pretty sure they're going to suffer perils again, but they will lock you in combat, which is, you know, you're not moving forward. I'm still on the offensive. However, that was not a very good combat phase for the demons. As scary as everyone makes them out to be, they actually are quite lackluster when their highest weapon skill is 4.
Well, we'll find out when you put the rest of your army on the table, and it makes me have to run away.
It's only 20 more lessons. What are you on about?
Only.
Right. Anyway, that's coming up next. Okay, guys. So we did roll off camera. I rolled a 7. Nurgle's lucky number, which did actually turn out to be lucky because I then rolled on the perils tile and got a 6, and we got a Warp Bloom. So the unit increases its weapon skill, ballistic skill, and initiative by 1, and if it was done during the psychic phase, I got extra warp charges, but it wasn't. But they're now weapon skill 5, and they're now initiative 5. So next turn, you're going to be hitting at the same time as me.
That's not good for me.
No, I mean there are only 2 of them left, so and they are going to be toughness 4 next turn because it is turn 3. However, still all to play for. And that is the combat phase done, I think, isn't it, Adam?
I reckon so, Sam. It's gone pretty well for the Custodes so far. Sam's about to counter-attack me with quite a lot of stuff, I imagine. And it might go downhill from there, but we're going to find out in a minute.
Yeah, so let's go into Demons of the Ruinstorm movement phase, turn 3. Here we are at the end of the Demons of the Ruinstorm turn 3 movement phase. Okay, and a lot of things have happened. Okay, we rolled and we got some more lesser demons come out of this portal over here.
Joy.
Yeah, and they have another demon chosen. Okay, these demons, the lesser demons with their demon chosen, moved up, and they're going to sort of tie down that killer unit over there with their resilience. And he can't. Corvax decided he was going to have a fight with these dreads and sort of save his buddy over here. We'll see how that goes. And then the brutes have sort of moved round to try and support that cluster over there. Hey, our Shrike landed. Okay, and he's poised over here, taking a pot shot at this Galatus. No, the Custode Sicaran, that's what we called it, because I couldn't remember the name. So yeah.
Calidus Grav Tank, James.
Calidus.
Yeah.
Calidus Grav Tank, that's the one.
That's the one, mate.
Good thing I don't play Custodes, isn't it?
Yeah, this gold thing. Yeah, okay. Well, that narrows it down.
But yeah, so a sort of counterplay from the demons. We'll see how it plays out. I'm not too confident at the moment, but there's still all to play for. It is only turn 3. And I've got sort of my plan worked. I've sort of forced him out of his deployment zone. And now he's just going to get bogged up. And hopefully I can sneak some units past him and start getting those points at the end of the game. But we'll find out because, you know, as the game goes on, my toughness is going to start to drop. And that's not going to help me at all.
Yeah, you've still got a lot of bodies on the table compared to what I actually have. So
yeah.
Hopefully I can weather the storm and then keep you at bay. But we'll find out.
Demons of the Ruinstorm Psychic phase. Now we have 1 mastery level over here with this chosen. 1 mastery level over there with that chosen in that unit. And then callbacks for a total of 4 levels. Plus whatever I roll on this dice. So let's have a look. For 2. So I've got 6 levels of charges and you've got 2.
I've got 2 and I'm probably not going to do anything with it.
Oh. 1, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Right, so let's see what we're going to do. I think I'm going to cast Endurance on this unit over here, and I'm going to try and get Iron Arm off on him. That unit over there doesn't need Endurance just yet. They're okay for now.
They're not going to be dead yet.
No. But this these Strength 10 against my Toughness 4 is going to be
painful.
Painful, so I need to sort of get myself into that invulnerable stage where you can only cause, I mean, the 2 wounds a pop, and they just need to be there for staying power more than anything. Okay, so we'll use 1, 2, 3, 4 dice for that, and let's see if we can get endurance off with 4 dice. Okay, and we get 3 successes on a 5, a 5, and a 4. So you can't actually deny even if you've got 2 6s.
I'm not going to bother.
So that just goes off. Okay, and then we're going to try and cast Iron Arm on callbacks to give him Strength 10, Toughness 10, because everyone loves that, don't they?
No, not me, Sam. Not me.
Right, so let's see what we get. And 1 pass, so you need to get 2 6s or 1 6. Nothing, so he is iron armed. Well, this is a good psychic phase for the demons.
You're going to need it.
Yeah. So that was our psychic phase. We're just going to go to the shoot phase now because there's only 1 weapon to fire, and that is the Shrike that's hiding behind this cover over here. He's going to shoot at this gold tank over here.
Gold tank now. It's just
gold tank. Change the name every time.
Calidus.
Okay, so looking for a 3, and he hits.
I am jinking.
Sorry, I should have asked.
No, I am jinking. Like I said last time. There's no point in.
2d6 for armor penetration.
Yep, -1 because of.
So strength 8, 2d6.
Yep.
Because I'm currently strength 7 plus 2 strength for the Rift Barb makes me strength 9. 4, 5. 8 plus 5 is 13.
On a 4-up.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Passed it this time.
Oh, right, so that shooting phase did nothing. Right, we're going to move into the all-important combat phase. Okay, charging phase for the Demons of the Ruinstorm. So these guys just need a 3-inch charge. They can't overwatch because they are locked in combat, so let's see what we get. They get a 6-inch, which is nice. That helps us immensely. Okay, and then we need a 3-inch charge for callbacks. Let's hope we don't roll too low. 3-inch charge. He makes it just. Good lord.
Just about.
Just about.
We laugh that was a double 1.
I know, I would have been like, oh, God's sakes. Just my luck. Okay, these guys need a double 1, and they're going to be in. And they get a 7.
So they're
Nogle's blessed number. Okay, and that was it for charges, wasn't it?
Pretty much. Okay, it's enough, though. It's enough.
Yeah, so we're going to go into the fighting. We're going to the meat of the assault phase. Okay, so first up we have the cluster over here. So because they're all initiative 5, those whack toads, they're going to hit first against everything. But I'm hoping there's enough bodies there and enough wounds that are going to go through that I can make a sizable dent. So do your damage first, please, Mr. West.
Certainly. So I've got a bit of a dilemma here. Do I attack these guys or do I attack these guys? So what I'm trying to do is I'm going to try and get rid of this problem first and then everyone's going to focus on that afterwards.
Fair enough.
So I've got these spears. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 spears. I hit you on 3s because I'm better than you. There's a cocked dice, sorry. I don't get many rerolls because matey boy's over there.
But you do get that 6. Gets
So 2 additional attacks though. Both hit. I'll take a bit of that. You're now toughness 5, aren't you, Sam?
Toughness 6 with brutes.
Still?
Oh, sorry, no, you're going for the beasts. They're
Beast
toughness 5, yeah, so you're on 4s.
1 wound.
One wound.
That was rubbish.
Okay, so I have 5 up followed by a 5 up. No, and then no. So he does take a wound, which will put him down to 1.
So I'm going to do the same with the shield guys. They're still going to attack the same unit because they have to.
Yeah.
Because they're the only unit they engage with. Got 2 less attacks because there's guys with swords. Just hit them 3s. They all hit.
Nice.
I could lie like that. And 4s again. So that is 4 wounds, Sam.
4 wounds out of 6.
Yep.
Good lord.
That's a bit better. Makes the averages a bit.
Dropping dice everywhere. Right, so that is 4 wounds. So 5 ups followed by 5 ups. So first one, I've made 2. Come on, and then look at that.
Come off it.
The beasts are staying.
Filth.
They are initiative 1, weapon skill 1, etc., etc. So they're not going to do much back.
No.
But now it's the brutes' turn. So the
that's
brutes
where it's gonna
have 4 attacks on the charge. So that is 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 attacks against your
Spear guys.
spear guys.
They're going to have a very bad day, I think.
Maybe, who knows. Okay, 20 attacks from the brutes going into the Custodes. The spear guys, not the shield guys. So I'm hitting on 4s. So we're looking for 4s on here. Okay, and I've got some more dice to roll, so let's roll those as well. Hey, and this isn't going to help this. So I'm looking for 4s.
I like the look of that so far, Sam. Please do that.
I know, it's miserable, isn't it? I keep
me.
doing this. Look at how many 3. This is what I mean. When people say demons are whack, I'm like, yeah, but they've only got weapon skill 4, so 50% of their attacks never do anything.
No,
And
Sam, yours are whack. That's the difference there, mate.
No. Demons just aren't whack. No shooting, no. They've got to get in combat, and then they struggle in combat. Especially against Custodes. So, this many hits, and now we're looking for 2s, because you are -1 toughness, because of miasma of rot, and I am strength 6. Any 6s will be rending. So, I only got 1 rending hit, and then 4 more saves.
So 4
3
wounds.
1s.
I like that. I need 2 ups for these. So
Take a wound.
One's taking a wound, so the one guy there is taking a wound, and a 5 up for this. So 2.
So I kill a guy.
Yeah, move on to him. So, now, your guys strike next against my spears and shields.
No, they don't, because they're initiative 1, so they go same time as your fist.
Yes, they do.
So, I mean, I can do them first if you'd like, but it won't change the order of initiative.
No, crack on. You
Cool,
crack on.
so 2, 4, 6 attacks. 3, 5, 6. And they're going to do them at your shield guys because they hit on 5s anyway, so it doesn't make a difference.
Fair enough.
Actually, no, I'm going to do it against the spears. Reason being is I've killed 1. If I could potentially kill another, if I'm really lucky, you know, that's all of a sudden leadership check on the unit.
Yeah.
Or rather, it's going to force the issue, isn't it? But they're stubborn anyway, so they just have a 9, don't they?
Flat 9, mate. Doesn't matter what happens. There's a flat
right.
9. They're not cowards.
Right, okay, cool. I'm just going to go back to the shields then, because it doesn't make a difference. I hit on 5s. Oh, so, looking for that. Not a single hit.
I like that. Our guys are good at hiding behind shields.
Damn. Okay, so your fist.
My fist back. Hit on 3s. Master crafted. Still a 2. Bloody
Right.
typical. It's 2 to wound. It
One
wounds
wound.
him.
Cool, and then I've got I don't get feeling no pain, so I just need a 5 up with this invuln. Oh, look at that. Oh, the garage.
Bloody hate seeing those things. Okay.
Right, so that is combat,
Resolved there.
and you caused a wound, didn't you?
No,
you didn't.
I didn't cause a wound. You caused
I killed 2 wounds, so I win the combat by 2, but I actually win it by 1, but you're stubborn, so...
Pretty much. So, for the spear guys, leadership 9, they don't care.
Oh, happy days.
And with the Vexilla unit, so the sword guys,
Love it. Look at that double 1.
are unwavering.
However, that is a unit now locked up, and he hasn't really got many reinforcements that he can push up. Maybe another unit down here, Okay, so we have the next combat coming up, which is Korbaks and the Behemoth versus these two Dreadnoughts. So you're initiative 5, so you're going to get hit first. So even with my charge in, I'm only initiative 3. So what are you going to do?
So he is going to turn around and face and kill him.
Not surprised about that.
Yeah. Well, I say kill him, he's going to hit him in the face.
I mean, you're hitting on 4s and then wounding on 4s, so you know, it's all to play for.
So, just to be annoying, Samuel. So
let me guess, you're in 12 inches. Nice.
Both my units are within 12, so I'll get rid of those ones, mate. might need it in a minute. So,
hopefully you don't get any ones. Oh, you got 1-1.
I've got 1. So reroll. Oh, look at that as a hit. Unfortunately, it's not a D, but we'll take what we get. On strength 10 against your toughness 10. So these are 4s, sadly.
Oh, what the hell is that, Adam?
That is 4 wounds, mate. You take some wounds on that, my boy.
Bloody, good lord. Like, oh yeah, 2. I get 2 wounds. Nope, 4. Take 4. Right, okay. I'll just have to save it on my armor save, on my invuln save.
What's this, a 5 with a reroll with another 5 up, is it, Sam?
No, unfortunately, it's just a 5. No feel, no pain, no nothing.
Oh, okay, that's not so bad then.
However, I do make 2 of them.
That's
on a
not
5
bad.
and oh, sorry, there's the 5, there's my 6. So I do take 2 wounds. So I'm down to 6.
Down to 6.
Yeah, he's got 6 wounds. He's a boss.
Got 8 wounds, you mean?
So 8 wounds. Yeah, he's got 6 wounds now.
Yeah.
He has 8 wounds to begin with. What a boss.
Sadly, you might get a strike whack in a minute.
I'm definitely going to strike you back. But however, you still get to do your shield dude first.
So, big sword guy is going to do the same, hopefully against him. So, hit on 3s. I don't get rerolls. I just get reroll 1s.
Yep.
Both hit anyway. And then I need 2s to wound. I get shred though. These always rerolls are handy. So 2 wounds.
2 wounds. So that is
straight to the invuln, mate.
Sorry, straight to my invuln. So that is my 5+ invuln. But it is rerollable because I'm still 6 inches of that portal.
Ugh.
So that is 1. And then let's go for it again. No, so I take a wound to put me down to 3.
He's going slowly. He's dying slowly.
Slowly.
Unfortunately, I'm going to get punched back.
That's a definite, yes. And then both my attacks are going to go into the Spear Dread. Reason being is because he's more likely to die.
I have a feeling you got something against him there, Sam.
I just have I have something against all of them. It's why I sold my Custodes before I started an army, because I was like, I can't do it. I can't bring myself to be this win at all costs.
And yet he still has this army.
What, my Demons? Oh, they're not winning at all costs at the moment, are they?
Yeah, well, I don't know. That's why you set it up, Sam. Way to set it up.
Okay, so Korbaks has got 6 attacks on the charge. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's hitting on 4s. He gets no rerolls. No one's saving him. He does have a Warlord trait, actually, which probably should have mentioned at the beginning of the game, but it's that useless that I think it's everything in combat with him takes strength 2 AP dash hit. I mean, it's pointless. So I never bother even using it because I can never remember it because it's that pointless to the game.
That is a bit rubbish.
Cool. So 6 attacks hitting on 4s. Oh my god, I got 1 hit. What is this? Why do you keep doing this to me?
I think it's brilliant.
Cool.
I think that's a law of averages settling out there, James. James? Sorry, there's no James.
Sam.
Sam.
But that's not averages.
No, your law of averages earlier, we rolling hot.
Yeah, fell on. So
you're now strength 10, aren't you? Something ridiculous.
-1 armour, so you're 12.
So 2's to glance.
2's to glance. And it's a glancing hit because...
I get a 5 up though, which I do not pass.
Down to 1.
So the Dreadnought is going slowly.
Oh, and then I get 5 attacks from the Behemoth.
So against, please, Sam. Please roll badly.
So this is strength 8 against you, so I need 4s to glance you. But I need 4s to hit as well. And that was much better.
There we go.
There's the law of averages.
So you need now 4s to glance.
And that was 3 penetrating hits against you. So I think you're going to go boom.
Isn't going to work well for me. Yep, I passed one of those.
Right, so that is 1, 2, there's 2, and let's see if I roll a 6 and you blow up. No, you're just a wreck. So,
in general, I'm just a wreck. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. So the Behemoth did something. He may have made some of his points back because he did kill a Dreadnought. Korbaks whiffed like a boss.
Yeah,
not
what
the best.
Warlord there.
However, we've got rid of that D capability, which is something decent, and that is that one dread is still locked in combat. Okay, because that dread died, Corvax was then thrown out of combat, so he consolidated. He consolidated 1 inch. So he's just moved over there, because I suspect he's going to get countercharged here by this Telemon, I imagine. But we'll see what happens in the next game turn.
I think he's insisting on a fisting.
Excuse me?
Not you, Sam. I'm saying that I think Corvax is insisting on a fisting in a minute.
Oh, you reckon?
I reckon so.
Oh, well.
Get a good punch to the face.
Yeah. In the midst of all our dice rolling, having all the fun we've been having here, we completely forgot the game turn. So this is actually the bottom of turn 2. It's not the beginning of turn 3. I don't know where I got that idea from. So if you've heard me say that before, please disregard. It hasn't made really a difference, has it?
Nope, luckily not.
We've just tallied it up, and it hasn't really made a difference to the game at this point. I mean, over here, nothing really happened. I mean,
You still wounded me.
Yeah. I mean, I still strength 6, toughness 6, but
it makes no difference.
It's not made a difference. So we're pretty content. But so for the rest of this combat, I'm still at my +1 strength, +1 toughness. That doesn't kick in until next turn. Hey, are we content now?
I guess so.
Yeah, you sure?
No, I'm not sure.
Okay, cool. Right, so we'll go back into it. So we've now got this fight over here, and I do believe your shield dude gets to fight first.
Yeah, and in fact, I'm going to issue a challenge.
Are you?
I am indeed.
Okay, I'm just not going to accept.
Fair enough.
That Chosen's not there to fight. He's there to buff. He gives preferred enemy, and I'll still get those buffs.
Fair enough.
So
cool.
yeah, do your worst.
Okay, Samuel. Okay. So he's going to move 3 inches around to try and contact someone. So he's going to move around to here. So he's going to sit there, give or take. Doesn't help with the pipe being in the way. So he still has 6 attacks, because why not? Might as well be Primarch level if you're going to pay Primarch level points.
You don't pay Primarch level points, though. You pay like 300, don't you?
Let's move along.
Even Dawn's only 385, and considerably worse.
Yeah, well, let's not get you started on Dawn.
I know, I'm just being salty.
Don't another Samuel rant now, do we? Salty Samuel rant. So, I hit on 3s.
Nice. So,
I'll take
law of averages there. Where's that law of averages from earlier?
Yeah, sorry, Sam. So I get an additional 3 attacks because I rolled those 6s.
Yeah. Good lord. That is how many 6s in one roll?
5.
5, 6. Nice.
And what you're probably not going to like is I'll get rid of that one.
It's a 2, so
sadly.
Shove it.
I'll be content with the rolls I've made. I'm strength 6.
So I'm toughness 5, so 3.
I need 3s to wound. So I've got 1, 2. Got 5 wounds, and 1's instant death. That makes a difference to you, Samuel?
It doesn't, because I'm Eternal Warrior. But I won't get my full no pain, so I'll just do that 1 dice.
Oh no, it's a shame.
It doesn't do anything, so 1 will just die. No, 1 will take 1 wound, sorry. Because it makes no difference. I've got endurance on them.
Yeah. So you've got another 5 wounds there, mate.
5 wounds, and we're looking for 5 ups followed by 4 ups. Oh wow! So nothing.
I like that. Again, please, Sam.
And then we're looking for 4 ups. Well, that was terrible. Look at that. So Adam gets all the 6s, and I get all the nothings. So I lost 1 guy's dead there, and I lost another guy, and then 1's on 1 wound. So I've lost 2 guys so far.
So far. Hopefully a few more in a minute.
Yeah, hopefully for you.
I think you've got something against my Custodia there.
Right, so what's next?
Your attack's next, mate, because I'm all fists.
Oh yeah, of course. Right, so let's pile in.
So Sam is now going to crack out a bucket of attacks.
So you've killed 2, so that's 18. 18 times 3, so 18, 36, 36 plus 18 is 46, 56, 54 attacks. 54 attacks, hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s because preferred enemy infantry because of my Chosen. So that's why I didn't care that you challenged him. I'm like, I'm not going to fight, I don't need to.
And he calls me whack.
I mean, so far, I've seen nothing but the highest grade whackness from you today, so...
I resent that comment, as much as it is true, but
I mean, I should have gone with my original plan, just giving you 60 lessons to deal with. But I thought, no, I'll be nice to him.
Me whack still.
I said, no, I'll be nice. I won't take that list. I didn't, and here we are.
And was it Sam you were musing about wanting to bring an arch?
Right. Yeah, well, it wasn't paid in time. We'll just get. So what we're going to do is we're going to get my bucket load of dice, and we'll come back to you. Okay, so as it was such a bucket load of dice, 54 attacks, we decided we'd roll them, hit some wounds off camera, and after a lot of rolling, we got to 18 wounds and then a further 6 wounds, which are rending. So I'd like to hit the rending ones first, please.
Certainly. So they have a 4 up, a bit like Cataphractory Terminators. 2 passed. So each one has 3 wounds. So that's 1 down to 2 wounds.
And 1 dead.
And 1 dead.
Okay, I'll take that. And now 18 wounds. I mean, mathematics, you should get 6, 12, 3 ones, so I should kill another one. But we'll see.
Let's find out. That's pretty good. There's 2 ones.
But 1 was left on 1 wound, so I killed 2.
Kill 1.
Well, yeah, so I killed 2 overall. Happy with that?
It's quite a few. It's quite a few Terminators. We haven't got as many as it is. I'm moving to combat with you, so these guys...
Beast now.
Yeah, you're Beast next, isn't it?
So he's got his 2 attacks. He hits on 4s. 1 hit. He doesn't do anything. Cool. Now it's your turn to hit back.
So I'll have 1 guy attacking the Beast, and these 2 on the rest of the squad.
Okay.
So the 1 guy gets the Beast, hits on 3s.
Mastercrafted or rerolling ones, whichever one you want to pick.
Pick them both, I don't mind. So 3 hits, and I need 2s to wound. That's 3 wounds even.
3 wounds. So I don't get my full no pain because I am toughness 5, but I will get my 5 up invuln because there's and you won't cancel me out, so I'll just take a wound. Let's see what we do. Nothing. So you kill 1 and put 1 on 1 wound. So
no, that was against your.
Oh, was it a beast?
Yeah.
Oh, he's just gone then. Sorry.
That's all right.
So he's just kaput. So that's the beast squad gone. Nothing I can do about that. Okay, now the rest of the attacks.
Yeah. Annoyingly, since they're all mastercrafted, I've got to roll them separately.
Yeah.
So hit on 3s. So 3s to hit. I get a reroll 1s, and I get a reroll for the mastercrafted. So 1 still misses, and I need 2s to wound. So that's 4 wounds.
4 wounds.
So strength 10, AP 2. So if they weren't, but endurance would definitely count for something.
I've just thought I made a mistake because you were going against the beast. He's toughness 6. He would have got his feel no pain, but I'm pretty sure he would have failed anyway.
You roll some dice, mate.
Right. Well, what did you do? 3 wounds on him, and I failed 3 saves. So 3 feel no pains. He only had 1 wound left.
He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. All right, cool. Anyway, so back to the normal one. Back to what we were actually doing. 4 wounds, yeah.
It is, mate. Yep.
4 in 5 plus invuln saves then. And look at that. That's what we like all day long. That is 1 guy just takes a wound.
It's disgusting. That's why the psychic powers are a bit mixed up in this game.
Yeah, but I've got to have something to go against those filthy Terminators, and I think I won the combat there, didn't I?
Possibly.
I mean, you're fearless, but
I'm fearless.
But so future for all you budding demon players out there, just take loads of lessers. It just seems the best way to do things.
Not all of them are whack like you, Sam. Don't give them bad ideas like that.
Well, out of everything I've done so far, the lessers have gone, yeah, well, weight of attacks. That's how you win this game. Okay, so that was that combat done. We'll move into this combat in a second. Okay, here we are, the combat with the Demon Cavalry against the Hordes of Custodes. There's only 2 models left, but they did get a 6 on the perils chart, so they are now weapon skill 5, initiative 5, which is nice. So I will get to hit you at the same time as you hit me. However, we'll let you do, as you're the guest, you can do your hits first.
Oh, so generous there, Sam.
I know. So go on then, do your hits.
So I need to see how far he is away from his unit. Oh.
He's still in, because if he was over on that pipe and he was in 12, so he's definitely still in 12.
Just want to make sure.
He's filthy.
So I don't want to cheat you out of anything there, Sam. I know how you feel about that. You just moan about it.
You know nothing.
Yeah. So I'm going to do my spear guys first.
Yep.
They hit on 4s, not 3s anymore, sadly, because...
That was 1 hit, wasn't it?
That's brilliant.
Well, reroll 1s, but 2 hits.
2 hits.
Nice.
That I get additional attack, strangely. Because it's not a reroll. Additional attack. So 3 hits. So those lightning blows do come in handy.
I'm still toughness 5, so...
You force a wound. 1 wound. Ooh. Sorry, Sam.
Knocking my dice off now. Okay, so 1 wound, 5 up, followed by a 5 up. So, and that was nice.
Of course you do.
It's so annoying, isn't it?
Yep.
Now do your swords.
Yep. So 4s. All those 3s should have wound. Nothing.
Nothing. Oh dear.
Yeah, that's me, mate. That's me. Puff my fists.
And I get to hit back. 6 attacks going. I'm going to go against your spear dudes.
Just because I know how much you love my shield, guys.
Now I hit you on 4s. Still.
That's pretty good so far.
And I wound you on 3s because I'm your toughness 4 against me because of my miasma of rot.
Basically, rad grenades for days.
Yeah. I mean, they are like festering like, lumps of like rot. So
suits the player, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Cool. And that is 2 wounds and 2 rending hits.
So 2 rending hits. I need 5, so that.
Oh,
just
nice.
what I needed. And 2 wounds. And they're fine as well.
Tanked it. Cool.
That's
so
quite lucky.
That is no wounds, and that is nothing happening in that unit.
I get to take you in my power fist.
You do get to hit me with a
Not power fist. It's Starlight Power Gauntlet. Very different things, which both hit.
Nice.
Strength 10, so 2 to wound. 1 wound.
1 wound. And look at that.
Another bloody garage.
Honestly, those garages are coming in when I need them.
They are, sadly.
Right, and that is combat, I think.
I win combat by 1 there, Samuel. So your leadership 7 goes down to 6. You take a leadership test, my friend.
You automatically win combat 1 because you're annoying.
Because I've got a little, I'll wave you a stick at you.
Yeah, you do. And I care about that for some strange reason, being demons. Hey, so, hang on.
Golden Knight of the Emperor.
I need to get under a 6. 5, 6, 7. I fail, so perils again. See what happens. A 3. I'm going to take D3 wounds on the unit, and that's all. 1 wound. So I take 1 wound on the unit. That's a small price to pay. I'll take that. But I'm not running away. There's no one running down. And that was sort of a turn the tide because the Custodes just cannot, with all their might, cannot break through the demon line.
Especially you've got like 40 lesses on the table and big gnarly beasts. No, I don't think it's going to work too well.
Well, it's still we're going into turn 3 next, so we're still only halfway through. Everything is still all to play for. Anything could happen.
And your -1 strength and toughness, which will make a difference.
It will, yeah.
I hope.
Yeah, fair one. Right, so we're going to go into Custodes, turn 3, coming up next. You just dropped some dice. You've ruined my intro. How dare you? Okay, guys, welcome. And this is now, we're at the end of the movement phase for Custodes, turn 3. Now, it is turn 3. We've double checked. I've done my math, and I'm not making things up now.
Sam's woken up finally at long last.
Yeah, it's definitely turn 3. And the Custodes haven't really moved much.
No, not much. Everything's in combat pretty much.
The Telemon,
took a sidestep, I think.
He took a sidestep because he thought, I'm not fighting callbacks. He's toughness 10. That's going to hurt. So he's sort of just gone, I'm going over here.
Going to toe punt some lesses instead.
Going to toe punt some lesses instead. You see, that's probably the wiser idea.
I like to think it's a more of a calculated idea. Ideally, I like to go and punch callbacks in the face.
But callbacks might punch back.
Yeah, we'll worry what's going to happen in retaliatory.
Yeah.
Defense.
And then, obviously, you've got lots of lesses over here, which are nasty as anything. You've got the Custodes spear guys have moved up, and they look like they're going to either charge callbacks or they're going to charge those brutes. I don't know. They spread them out so you can make a decision, I think.
No, they're running away from callbacks because they don't fancy being his next dinner. So they're going to go for the back of these guys.
Ooh. So well, you've got AP2. I don't really care, though, because you're AP3 and I don't have A2 plus armor saves.
Strength 6.
Strength
toughness 6.
That's my toughness 6, yeah. So it will be 4s to wound. So that could make all the difference.
I'm probably going to regret this decision, but we're going to find out.
Yeah, we're locked in combat down here. Nothing we can do about that. But I think the Toads, the cavalry, may lose this one because they've not got their buff anymore.
This Calidus Grav tank.
Moved back.
It is moving back. So it's
running away from that Shrike.
It is because it doesn't really punch in the face. It's good against anti-infantry. So it should hopefully do something because it's landed.
Yeah.
So
but it's only snap shooting with everything other than its main gun.
Because it's machine spirited.
Yeah, so
so
still get full ballistic skill on that one gun, but everything was snap shooting anyway. So I mean, my decision was I could land him so I could charge next turn. I might still get a charge off 12-inch movement, but we'll see. Cool. So that's the end of the movement phase. Unless you've got anything else you want to say.
No, mate, I'm good. I'm ready to rock and roll. Bit of shooting and get in there.
There is no psychic phase for this one, so we're going to go straight into Custodes turn 3 shooting phase. The Galatus Grav tank. Oh yeah, I remembered it this time. It's now going to shoot at the Demon Shrike over there. Okay, so it did jink, but it's got machine spirit, so 1 weapon at full ballistic skill, and I'm assuming you're going to use that lovely, pretty looking guy on top.
Yep, illustrious cannon. Yep.
So 3 shots.
Gets 3 shots. It hits on 2s.
Nice.
And you'll hit. And it's strength 7 against your toughness.
Oh, sorry, I should say I'm going to jink.
Oh, you're going to jink, are you?
Yeah.
But you're not flying though, Sam.
Oh, can I not jink even if I'm flying a monstrous creature?
No.
Oh, right, okay, well, I'm not jinking then. Know your own rules, Sam. Yeah, we just checked the rules, and in fact, we can actually jink. There's nothing to say we can't.
So I'll take that back. Sorry, Sam.
So 3 hits.
So I win you on 2s. Is that right, Sam? You're toughness 5 now, aren't you?
I'm not toughness 5.
Aren't you?
No, I'm toughness 6.
What? Still?
Yeah.
Oh dear. So toughness 7.
Strength 7, toughness. Yeah. So strength 7 on the first. Toughness 7 on the first 2 turns.
Wow. Okay, that is tough. So I need to wound you on 3s instead.
And
so
2 wounds. 2, 4 up.
Jink saves.
Jink saves. I make 1. Take a wound.
Yep. Take a toughness test, my friend.
Oh god, here we go.
So I want to see that garage now.
Well,
That's
you didn't. Nearly a garage. No. So that is me back down to 3 wounds.
Yep.
Cool. Shoot the rest.
This storm cannon, sorry, Attrition bolters are going to hit on 6s. And luckily enough, they're twin linked. So with 1 hit,
strength
this strength 5, so you need 5s to wound. No wounds.
No wound. Cool.
That is that for shooting.
That is that. Oh yeah, everything's in combat, aren't we? I mean,
nothing else to go in. You're literally going to combat.
Right. Okay. Cool. So we'll move into the combat phase coming up next. So just before we go into the combat phase, I should have pointed out that we did do some will not dies on my creatures. So if some more keen-eyed of you have noticed, people have gone up. So Corbax got up his not disgusting resilient. That's 40k. Wrong word. He got his it will not die and got back up to 7 wounds. And the Shrike got its it will not die and got it back up to 4 wounds. It's now been dropped back down to 3 by the Calidus Grav Assault Tank. Was that right?
Half right. We'll let you off for that one.
Right, okay, cool. So, yeah, that was why things have jumped up in wounds. It's not because we've been making mistakes. It's a legit thing. Right, anyway, come back to the combat phase, coming up next. Okay, so these spear guys are going into the cluster of brutes and beasts over here. So, let's see. I think you need a double one, don't you?
Pretty much. That would get them at least in.
Double 6. They definitely... Boxcars, they definitely want to be in.
They're pretty keen.
Okay, first up, it's the spear guys that charge, and they have 12 attacks on the charge going into my demon brutes.
Yep, so I think they're needing 3s. So, same again. NUR 6 is lightning blows.
And that creates additional hits, doesn't it?
Yep, so additional attack.
Additional
so
attacks.
you need a hit for that.
And they don't then turn into extra additional attacks.
So you can't re-roll those. It's just is what it is.
Happy days.
Which is good enough. I now need 4 to wound because you're so tough. Because you're tough to 6, aren't you? That'll do nicely. So I've got 6 wounds.
Wow.
So you take your invuln saves, mate, and some dirty feel no pain saves.
So I need 6 5s up, followed by 6 5 ups. So a third of these should be ignored. And I whiffed again.
I love that.
These dice are not playing the game today, are they?
Oh, they are when they want to choose to.
So out of all that, I made 1.
So obviously those spears have counted and they managed to impale their enemies.
You kill 1 brute and leave 1 on 1 wound.
This spear guy's going to attack this one back here to try and finish him off. He's only on 1 wound. These are 2 spear guys. Are going to have to attack that unit because they're in base contact with that unit. So he hits with 3s. Only 1 hit. And need 5s to wound. No wound, sadly.
Oh dear.
Looks like he's going to have to punch back. So I've got 4 attacks against the
beasts.
Beasts, thank you. I can't remember. If you can't remember my tank, I can't remember his models. They hit on 3s. And get an additional attack. Yep.
It's 3 hits.
And then I need 4s to wound.
Yeah, toughness 5.
So 1 wound.
Cool, so that is 1 5 up. Well,
catch up for you, Sam.
Thank you, mate.
Try again.
And that is a 5. So it comes in when I want it, when I'm not fussed, but so that is your spear guys done.
Yep.
And now your swords.
Yep. So I've got 3 swords. So they get 6 attacks. They pretty much do the same as spears right now. So I need 4s. Fortunately, I don't get a real 6s or anything.
And then you get 4s again.
Yeah, 4s. So that's 2.
2 wounds against the beasts. Yeah.
Against these beasts. Yep.
Looking for 5 ups. Nope. And looking for 5 plus feel no pains. And I get 1 and a 6. Oh, that's lovely. Look at that. Done. Okay, so we've worked it out, and 3 brutes have to attack the guys behind them as they're the closest, and 3 guys have to attack the guys in front. So we'll do the guys in front first. So 6 attacks, looking for 4s. And that was, holy moly, I could do that on the wounds phase. Look at that. 3 6s and, well, all hit.
Hopefully you roll badly in a minute.
So your toughness 4, so I'm wounding you on 2s. And no rending. No rending. It's continuously no rending. The only thing I want is to fish for 6s and nothing.
Well, that's still a lot of wounds.
5 wounds on the unit.
Is it against this unit or this unit, Sam?
So it was against the front unit first. So the front unit, the one,
this
yeah,
one
that
here,
one
yeah.
there.
So, looking for arm saves. So
Take
one takes a wound, and he's on 1 wound, and he dies.
Happy days.
Not for me, not for him.
But I just need to do that 1 unit so that even, because you didn't do any unit wounds to me yet, the combat phase is currently tied. Because that buddy...
Well, apart from this bit here.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So same against there, Sam.
Yeah, so...
Just not quite as well, please.
Yeah, so 6s, sorry, looking for 4s with my 6 attacks. And that was...
Average.
3, yeah, I'll take average all day long. And then we're looking for 2s.
Yeah.
And it's 2 wounds against the unit, no rending. And take
Another
a wound.
wound. Ugh. They're not liking this. And then your beasts, Sam.
Yeah, my beasts. So, there's 6 attacks here. They're going to go into the spear squad again, if they can.
Yeah, there's contact with the spears.
Cool, so 6 attacks here. Looking for 4s, and then looking for 3s to wound, because they're not strength 6, they're only strength 5. However, that was 4 hits out of 6. That's what we like. And that was, finally, some garages. So we've got 1 wound and 2 rending.
So the 2 rending wounds, 5s. Ugh, that's a dead custode.
Happy days.
And an armour save. He loves
it.
So, he's dead as well. This is not going well for the custodes.
Putting a clear dent in now, thank God.
They are.
Now you get your fist.
The fist is hopefully going to do something. So against the beasts. So I rolled a 3 and a 5, and hopefully underneath a bit of terrain.
Yep.
And I need 2s to wound.
2 wounds. Now I just need 2 5-ups now. Come on. And I get 1 dies. I'll take that.
Just get pasted, does he?
Yeah, 1 gets pasted. The result in the end was horrendous for the demons. I whiffed on perils massively, and as you can see, there's now less blokes. That's all I can say.
Yeah, it's good for me. Obviously, these spear guys have made a bit of a dent in them. What was happening there, Sam? Wasn't it one of these guys died because you rolled a 1 and then D3 wounds, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I rolled a 1 on their warp table, which means they're now initiative 1, weapon skill 1, ballistic skill 1 to the remainder of the turn until my next turn after this next one, and yeah, and then I rolled a 3 for D3 wounds and lost 3, so I lost a brute outright. So that's not doing too well. Over here, I rolled a 5. I failed the leadership check and rolled a 5 of my perils, and then rolled a D3 wounds and rolled a 3 again. Because garages come up when I don't want them to, and I lost another beast. So these combats are looking kind of empty now.
For you, aren't they?
Bit ropey. However, I do have some lesser demons that can do stuff. So
ruined my day, imagine.
Yeah.
At least we're getting rid of some of the models on the table, which is making my life a little bit easier.
Exactly.
Even up the scores.
So we've now got this combat over here.
So my sword guy against your big guy.
Against my big guy, yeah.
So I'm higher weapon skill than you. So I need 3s to hit.
Yeah.
He's not in range of that. So
thank God.
Yeah. 2s to wound though. Let's
cock
that.
Shred.
With a shred.
So 3 wounds.
So 3 wounds at strength 10.
And it is 5s rerollable because I'm still within 6 inches of my portal.
Standard.
Well, I haven't moved, so. No. However. Oh my, you have got to be crapping me. How have I not made? Whatever, dice are dice. so that is
he's
the
just been
cut
cut down.
Just cut down and dead.
So it looks like my little sword and board dread is counting his points here.
Okay, and next time we have the combat over here, the lesser demons versus the Aquilon Terminators and the Warlord. Okay, and you're bringing this guy in, aren't you?
Yeah, the old Telemon's going to start weighing in.
What, you mean you forgot to charge him earlier?
Yes, maybe.
Dosser.
Maybe not. One of the nice things you've
Go
called
on,
me.
double 1. Yeah, he's in.
He's in. So he's enough to kick some face.
Happy days. -1 toughness.
Yeah, fair enough. So, first off, initiative 10, so hammer wrath from that. So D6, watch me roll another 1.
There we go. Way.
2's to wound. There we go. Take a wound there, Samuel.
What is it? Strength.
Strength 8.
Strength 8. So I'm still getting my...
Strength 8, strength 9.
I'm not getting feel no pain. I'm just getting my 4+ armor save.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm not getting my 4+ feel no pain because you double me out because I'm only tough as 4 now.
But you're also endurenced.
Yeah, but it's Eternal Warrior. But it doesn't give me... Endurance just gives me 4+ feel no pain and Eternal Warrior.
Yeah, so you're Eternal Warrior. We won't use their die instantly.
Sorry? Yeah, well, yeah, I'll just take a wound.
Just take a wound.
Yeah, I just take a wound. Cool. And let's have the so your attacks from your warlord.
So I'm going to declare a challenge. This basically stops him from having an attack. So are you going to accept it then, Samuel?
I mean, I don't know why you keep doing it, but okay. No,
Simply because he doesn't get to attack the unit.
I mean, he's too far away to attack anyway, so it sort of defeats the point.
Okay. Oh well.
No, I'm not going to attack.
Coward.
No, sorry, I'm not going to accept your challenge.
Well, I'm still calling you a coward, so it gives me some benefit.
Happy days. Demons don't care.
3s.
Right, so re-rolling 1s because you're a
You can
bell
say
end.
it. Yeah, fair enough. So I'm going to get additional attack for that.
Yeah.
And this roll that 1. It's still a 1. That was a hit.
Yep, happy days.
Your toughness 4 now, so I need 2s to wound. So that is 5 wounds, my friend.
And no instant death.
No instant death this time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds, and we're looking for 5 ups, followed by 4 ups. So that is 3, and then we're looking for... Nope, so I lose 2 guys, so 1 basically transfer the wound lost onto this guy here.
And another wound, yeah.
Yeah, so I will mark the wound once the combat's over.
No, that's fine. I'll let you off, Sam.
Cool, so that is now my...
Telemon.
Oh, Telemon, yeah.
Yeah, don't you worry.
Come on then.
3s. Lucky enough, I get to re-roll 1s because of him there. Still doesn't help with that one. And I need 2s to wound.
So that is 4 in runs for me.
So that's 3 in runs and 1 instant death because it's a murderous strike weapon.
It doesn't matter because I'm Eternal Warrior and your strength 10, so you negate my feel no pain anyway. So it's just 4 wounds.
I'll get back in my box.
I'll get back to what I was saying. 5s. And that was 1, so I lose 3. Actually, sorry, I lose... so basically I lose 2 more models because when I'm taking a wound and then that would kill... That kills it and then that kills 1 more. So
Samuel now gets to roll 10 million dice back.
Yeah, so we're going to do that off camera. It's too many dice to roll on camera. Okay, so after rolling the bucket load of dice, wasn't quite as big a bucket as before. I mean, you have killed some. It was 6 saves and 4 rendings. So do the rending first, please.
Certainly can. So these were 4 ups. That's 1 dead.
That's another 1 snuffed.
Bites the dust, as they say. And these are no arm saves.
Yeah.
So no one takes a wound.
Happy days.
2 wounds, because they are tough old buggers.
But this is me slowly chipping away at your terminated armoured wall.
So they are in combat. So you've got 3 attacks each, because they are solid. Hit on 3s. So 2 miss, which are be re-rolled.
Mastercrafted.
Because of Mastercrafted. So 1 still misses, and these are 2s to wound.
2s to wound.
So another 4 wounds there, Samuel.
4 wounds. We can do that. So 4 wounds, hitting on... 4 wounds, hitting on...
5 ups, mate.
5 ups, yeah. That's all I can do. Okay, so I take 1, 2, 3.
So another 1 dead.
Another 1 dead. Okay, at the end of that fight, we did a morale check. I rolled 11, so I would have failed regardless. I needed a 3, I think. I perils, as I was supposed to. I rolled a 5, so I took D3 wounds and lost an extra bloke. So, but we're still in the combat. We're still fighting strong, and those equivalents are looking pretty thin on the ground now. Right, moving on to this combat here, and your shields and your spears against my toads.
My custodes against your toads.
Way.
I'm not going to go in that joke again.
More terrible jokes.
Yeah, well, I've got loads of them. So I am going to use my spears.
Okay.
So they hit on 3s. That's not a lot.
Remember, you do get to reroll 1s.
I do, luckily, thankfully, because of
some string.
him being
that's definitely not an upgrade Custodes need, but go for it.
Well, it does shout out and make them work harder. Still pretty bad.
That's only one extra. You do get extra attacks now.
Yeah, so those 2 extra attacks.
I thought you didn't get it if you re-rolled. It had to be a natural 6.
No.
No?
It hits 6.
Oh, okay.
Those 2 get the attacks. So they don't get any extra attacks because they're from lightning blows.
Okay.
And you're now toughness 5 or toughness 4?
Toughness 4.
So only 3s to wound, which is nice. Bring you back down. So, and I have 4 wounds, mate.
4 wounds, 5 ups followed by 5 ups. Come on, let's save you. There's 1. All right, 3 5s here. It's 2, that'll do. Only 1 wound goes through.
Right, and next the sword guys are going to have a go. 3s. Sorry, Samuel.
It's all right.
And 3s to wound. All but 1. So 5, mate.
Oh dear.
You're doing better now.
So I need 5s. So there's 1.
4 more 5s.
And that's another. So I lose
2 toads, isn't it?
Yeah, that is both toads gone. And that is the unit wiped. Which now frees up a blob of custodes I now have to deal with. It's not looking good, but they are all the way over here, so that's not the end of the world.
So these big guys do some consolidation, and these
6.
shield guys are going to do some consolidation.
And a
which
1.
they don't really care. So I'll move them appropriately.
Move through, and that is the end of this combat phase. It's not looking good for the demons, however, it's turn 3, so we can still pull this back. Just need a little bit of tactical playing for myself, and less just charging the golden guys for no apparent reason. Okay, this is the bottom of the Demons of Ruinstorm movement phase. Not a lot happened. We had the lessers, they moved round, and they're going to try and sort of strike those custodian guard from the rear. We've ignored this dread. Could be crucial, but I figured we wanted to give up callbacks and we wanted to send him in and fight this group here because it needed that. Those lessers aren't lasting very long, and they need that sort of extra support from callbacks.
Yeah, they're getting cut down quite nicely by the Teleron and the Quillins.
Yeah, we did have a second strike appear, okay, and he's flown out over here within 12 inches of this grav tank. Okay, and we've also moved over our second trike that's wounded. Remember, he's hovering, so now he's within charge range. So he can charge the grav tank and hopefully get rid of it. And that's another unit done. And then I've got 2 Nurgle units just flying around his back lines that he can't do anything about. And that's what we're hoping for. We're hoping for playing the mission now, playing tactically, trying to get as much as we can into their lines and stopping them from moving backwards. I mean, we've got this blob here, but I suspect he will try and force it into these lessers here. Unless he realises what I'm doing, because I've just said it out loud, and he retreats backwards to try and sort of force the issue, and I've then got to shift him. But we'll see. So we move into the shooting phase, which we'll do right now. Wrong, no, it's not the shooting phase, it's the psychic phase, isn't it?
We can go straight to the shooting phase if you want, mate. That'd be brilliant.
We'll go for the psychic phase first. I need a bit of psychic. Yeah. Oh. Okay, we're in the psychic phase now, and we've got 2 mastery levels from callbacks and 1 mastery level each for each chosen that's still flying around. There's 1 over there and 1 over here. So that is 4 mastery levels plus whatever I roll on this dice. And it's 2 again. Not the greatest. However,
not the worst.
No, not the worst. I mean, it sort of stops you from countering
doing anything at all. Yeah.
Right, so we're going to try and cast. Well, absolutely going to try and cast endurance again on this blob here, because it's sort of crucial that unit sort of witters away all the attacks going into it. Okay, so we have 4 dice going to use, and we need 2 4s out of this. We need 2 successes. I might even use 5 actually. I'm going to use 5.
He's going risky.
I desperately need this, and I hope I don't perils. Hey, and that is 3 successes. I'm glad I rolled those extra dice. Are you going to? You can't deny it, can you? Okay, no. So that unit is now endured. They've still got their 4+ Feel No Pain and their Eternal Warrior. Don't care much about Feel No Pain because it's not become a thing in this game at the moment. However, the Eternal Warrior is what we keen for, because it means that he's got to claw through each of those models 2 wounds. Okay, I'm going to try and cast Iron Arm on my on callbacks on 1 dice. If he gets it on a 4+,
he's going to risk it for a biscuit.
Ooh, and he does.
And he does, yep.
He does.
Can't do anything.
He can't do anything. What did you get?
I got a 3.
Viewers at home,
3 and a
got
4.
3 and
3
4.
and a 1.
So he is iron armed, and they're endured. So this could turn the tide of that fight, but we'll see.
It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt.
Right, okay, so now we're going to move straight into shooting phase, because there isn't much of a shooting phase. This guy's going to snap shoot his Rift Barb into this tank here. Are you jinking?
Yep, why not?
Okay, fair enough. Hey, do I hit? No, roll a 1. Hey, the one that isn't jinking is going to fire a rift barb into this tank here. You're already jinking.
Yep.
And it's a tank, a garage. That's what we want. Okay, 2d6. He is strength, is still strength 10 because he's strength 7 plus 3. No, plus 2. Yeah, I'm getting it wrong. It is. He's strength 7, toughness 6. And he's plus 2. So he's strength 9. Flare shield makes it strength 8, but I've got armor bane.
Yep.
And that is definitely a penetrating hit.
It is. But I jink it.
Oh, nice.
It misses.
Where is it?
It's a 5.
There we go.
Probably roll it in more in vision, but there we go.
That is the shooting phase done. Moving on to the combat phase. Into the charge phase now. And this Shrike's going to charge in here. He needs a 6. Let's see what we get. He only gets a 4. He fails that charge. That is not good for the purposes of this game. What are you looking up now, Adam?
I'm just trying to help you, Sam. Don't know what I'm doing it for. I might regret it. I can't remember if flying monstrous creatures have anything such as
Don't think they
a
do.
reroll.
They don't have fleet or anything.
No, they don't.
Oh,
they
well.
do not.
That's typical.
That's what
of
you call
me.
that. Unlucky.
Yeah, but you know you still have to try and kill that. So, and you jinked.
And we run away from it like cat and mouse.
Yeah. So that's that was that charge, and it didn't work. Okay, these guys over here with a double 1 they need, so hopefully a bit more reliable. Let's see what we get. And they get a 7-inch charge. That's handy because it means the majority of that unit can get round and into the golden custard that we want to eat. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm talking crap now. Okay.
What do we now? It's usual, isn't it?
Always. Corvax is now going to charge in. He doesn't need much. Double 1, and he gets a 9. That's nice.
No, it's not.
He's going to be right in there.
Cool.
And that is it for charges, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll move all those models in.
Here?
Okay, so combat phase. And Adam is going first with his Custodes. They are initiative 5, and it's going to be against the beast, the swords and the
one spear guy.
There's one spear guy.
He's on his Todd now.
Go for it.
So I need 3s to hit. No rerolls or anything like that.
Happy days.
And I need 4s to wound. Only 1.
Only 1. So 5 up, followed by 5 up. And it doesn't matter, I've got a 5.
It's the old favourite. The spear guy. He's just there.
2 attacks.
Hits on 3s.
Nice.
And then I need 4s to wound again. 2 wounds this time. Come on, Sam. Let me down.
5 ups, followed by 5 ups. So, nope, but feel no pains. He doesn't make either, he's dead.
It's been chopped down by a
That's
spear.
another demon unit died.
I like that. I'll let them consolidate in a second.
Okay, and then they'll have to meet that mountain of dudes, of lesser demons.
Lucky boys.
I know. Okay, these spear guys in the face of adversity are going to go after the lesser demons and try and sort of blunt that 60 attack a charge that's going to come in.
Yeah, they're facing the wrong way for this, but they're going to have a bit of a punt at it. It's probably going to be a bit more helpful to try and kill them before they get killed themselves. So they have 2 attacks each, hit on 3s. That's a pretty good roll. It's what I needed.
Yeah.
So I've got 3 additional attacks because of the lightning blow special rule.
Happy days. Nice.
All 3 of them hit.
Your dice have been on fire today.
Oh, they need to be. They need to be.
No, they do not.
Your toughness 4.
Yeah.
I'm now strength 5, so I need 3s to wound. That's a little bit great there. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds.
7 wounds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So we're looking for 5s followed by 5s. I didn't enjoy them or anything like that. So let's see what happens. So far, 1.
I like the look of this so far,
Yeah,
Sam.
we need to get better than that because I need to match his dice rolls, which are on fire. And nothing. Again, I've managed to whiff with my saves. So that is
3 whole dead ones.
3. That's 3 whole dead ones, which puts you down, or puts me down to 17 models.
Oh, that's a shame. My 4. What? My 4?
I know, it's really annoying.
It's almost like it's even there, isn't it, Sam?
Nah, definitely not. Okay, so we rolled, and we actually rolled the wounds off camera as well, thinking that we would kill them. But I didn't actually kill them. 54 attacks, 55 attacks, including the chosen, sorry. 51 attacks from the lessers. And there's 1 custodian left. That shows just how resilient the custodes are. He paid a lot of 2+ armor saves. However, the brutes are still there left to hit. This was our pile of dice. Excuse me. This was the pile of dice we had when we were attacking, and we rolled this quite a few times. Yeah, but we still have the brutes to go, so that's 9 attacks into that lone custodian. So 3.
Can't knock down the mighty
6.
custodes. Custodes even.
If he survives this, I'll be mightily shocked, because then that changes the dynamic of this game. Because these guys are supposed to like kill that and then just wander off. But we shall see. So we're looking for 4s to hit, no rerolls. Look at that. That was a lot of 6s. That was 8 hits. Now we're looking for 2s to wound against this custode, because he's only toughness 4 and I'm strength 6. So 2s to wound. And we're looking for 2. We've got 2 rends. And then that is so we're looking for 2, 4, 6 wounds and 2 rends and 1, 1. So
6 wounds. See how it goes. He survived that. See if he survives this. 5 ups.
Oh, you've got to be...
1 wound.
I can't believe it.
He's a mighty tough custode.
You can't roll 1s at all. You roll plenty of 6s. But I was like, the 6 wounds, statistically, you should roll at least 1, 1. No, he loves it.
Looks like the combat is still there. Well, looks like he feels rather brave.
Unless you absolutely run away in a second.
Should we find out?
Yeah.
Because I lost... so I lost 2 custodes and 2 wounds. So I've lost by 6 in total. How many wounds did you lose by, Sam? It was 6, wasn't it?
Potentially, it doesn't matter. Does it make a difference? Does it?
Yes, it does.
Oh yeah.
Don't take a leech test or not.
So did I lose 3 guys?
Yeah, you did. So you got 17 guys left, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. So I lost by 6. So you lost by 6. How has this happened?
So technically, as strange as it looks, but that is a draw.
That is a draw. That is a thing. So for some bizarre reason that can only be explained by, I don't know, the dice gods being fickle, that one custode is still alive.
Alive and kicking.
Alive and kicking. And now I'm about to get my poo pushed in by this dreadnought and these remaining custodes. My gambit to sort of get myself a win at the end of the game is not going to happen due to, well, due to luck really than anything else. My plan was in place. I went for it. It didn't work. Okay, now we're looking at the combat everyone's interested in, which is callbacks and the less demons into this pile of custodes filth. Okay, so callbacks.
I think you used the wrong term in a phrase there. I don't think custodes are the filth ones here, mate.
Yeah, fair one.
Not today.
So callbacks charged in. He does have...
Hammer of Wrath, isn't it?
He does have...
D3 Hammer of Wrath, is it?
Yeah, D3 Hammer of Wraths. So that is 1 Hammer of Wrath. Oh well.
I'll take that.
But it is at strength 10. He's iron-armed, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's strength 9.
Huh? Oh, sorry, yeah, he's strength 9. My apologies. So yeah, at strength 9. Because it is turn 3, so I'm bound to my normal toughness, normal strength toughness. I'm strength 6, toughness 8.
That's a shame, isn't it?
It is. Oh well, can't be helped.
So 2s to wound, though, mate.
2s to wound, and that is a 6.
And the safe. Loves it.
Loves it because you don't roll 1s. That's my job. Okay, so initiative step 6, I think, is your train. I'm going to declare a challenge. Are you going to?
My tribune is going to turn around and accept that.
Oh yeah.
He might regret this decision, but he's going to accept it.
Let's have you. I'm toughness 10, remember?
This is going to be fun.
Yeah.
So, I'm weapon skill 6.
I'm weapon skill 6.
So I hit you on 4s.
And I hit you back on 5s.
That's cool.
You can reroll all the 1s because of some
that's
unknown reason.
So, I've got 2 hits with 3 1s there. So, I'm getting additional attack because of that, which hits. And these 3, I get a re-roll.
Nice.
2. Oh, those 2 miss. And then I need 6s to wound. Which is 1, which is
instant death,
instant
I don't
death,
care.
but you don't give a monkeys.
I'm on 7 wounds, but I'm a Eternal Warrior, and I get my 5+ invulnerable save. And I make it, so I really don't care. Right.
Terrific.
Well, I will reply in kind.
Yep.
Oh, and I've got 7 attacks on the charge. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 attacks. Now I only hit you on 5s, unfortunately.
Because I got a shield, which makes a big difference.
Yeah, it does. Really annoying difference. However, that's
pretty good rolling.
3 hits from callbacks. And because, so any rolls to hit from callbacks on a 5 or a 6 are instant death. Now you've got a Eternal Warrior, so it doesn't matter. But it will matter when I eventually get over to your Terminators. equivalents.
I don't think they'll be lasting that long, mate, so don't worry about that.
2s on these, and that is 2 wounds. Of course, I would roll a 1.
So he has a Iron Halo to give him a 4-up.
Digilasers gives him the 3-up.
No, it's not that.
Oh no, sorry, it's
it is
shield.
Precision shield. So the shield gives me 3-up. And he
Loves
passes
it.
both of
Box
them.
cars.
Yeah, like a bit of
So
that.
we bounce off each other. Happy days. So next it is
the tell him on.
I mean, I shouldn't have hit back with mine. I should have waited until you did your tell him on, but oh well.
Yeah. To be honest with you, it wouldn't make a blind bit of difference.
No,
because I'm not going to kill that many.
Yeah, we went slightly out of sequence there, but oh well.
Yeah. Got carried away in the combat.
Moving on, next is the Telemon hitting against the lesser demons. You are going for lesser demons, aren't you?
Yes, mate, you have to, because it's the one thing he's combat with.
Okay, so roll up your attacks.
What's called 6, so 3s. And I
Roll
get
those
roll 1s
ones.
because of him.
It's not getting boring yet.
Says a man with re-rolls for days.
I ain't got rerolls for days.
What's that, 5-up with a 5-up
I got preferred
reroll?
enemy, but that doesn't confer to 12-inch bubble.
Don't forget your invuns, mate. Don't forget invuns. So 2's to wound. So
That's
all 4 wounds.
Okay, well, we did measure it off camera, and the ones he will be going with are within 6 inches of the paw, so they are going to get the re-rolls to their invuln saves.
Sadly.
Okay, so let's have four dice, 5 ups, and there's 2. Oh,
with the re-rolls.
So yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And then that's 3. So I take
I
one
take a
wound.
wound off.
1 wound goes onto 1 model. Okay, what's next? It is my guys next, isn't it?
It is,
And your
yeah. My
Aquilans
2
last.
Aquilans, well, whoever's left is going to strike back.
Okay, so I'm going to sort of... Well, we'll roll this off camera again because it's still a bucket load of dice, and then we'll come back to you. Okay, so we rolled all the dice off camera, as again it was a bucket load, and I just don't think it's that interesting rolling that many dice.
Not for me, it wasn't.
No, but as you can see, there's a severe lack of Aquilon Terminators there. That's because I rolled something like 9 rending hits or something. It was ridiculous.
It was 7 rending hits, and it was like
8 wounds. And
8
killed him
wounds.
down to the man.
And they literally just ripped him apart.
Cool, so that means there is just your
Tribune, Todd.
the Telemon, and then there is a reinforcement pool here that I have to deal with. But this is this little sort of flank is holding off nicely. Okay, and that is the combat phase complete. Okay, I won over here, but he's fearless, so no leadership checks there. We won. It was a tie over here. Okay, and now we're turning into. We've got it will not die rolls to make, but we'll do those off camera. And now we're turning into top of turn 4, Custodes turn 4. Okay, here we are at the top of turn 4 for the Custodians, and we've not had much movement actually. This guy down here has moved next to this massive pile of dice, okay, and he's trying to get away from the Shrikes that are trying to close in to rip him a new one.
Yeah, we're not calling it flea, we're going with a tactical manoeuvre.
There we go, yeah, tactical maneuver. The Galatus is a Galatus, isn't it?
Yeah, it is indeed, you got that right.
Oh, way. The Galatus is now trying to flank those lesser demons, and that's could be a problem. What we see, we've still got a large pile of Custodes over here. And those Custodes over there have now come round and into this scrap here, but I think Corbax will make light work of him by himself. But we'll see. He's still got a Telemann to chew for, and he's still in this challenge with that Shield Captain Tribune. Okay, so that was not pretty small movement phase. Okay, we're going straight into the shooting phase, aren't we? So
that is right, yeah.
You just want to shoot this guy down here, don't you?
Pretty much. So I'll do that now, mate. So I'm going to do rinse and repeat of that.
Happy days.
So
you have jinked.
Yep. So that's hitting normally, and then the bottom guns are hitting 6s.
Cool.
So the Elistus cannon, wherever it is, hitting on 2s.
Cool. I'm now toughness 6.
Toughness 6 still, so 3s. That's 2 wounds, mate.
Oh, happy days. And then let's see what I do. And that is down. I've taken a wound. Now I did get a wound back on It Will Not Die, so I'm going back to 3.
Up, down, up, down, up,
down. Up, down, up, down. Okay, also, while we're on the subject It Will Not Die, the big man there, he rolled a 6 and rolled a lovely garage and got himself back up to 8 wounds, so he's now at full strength.
Sadly.
So
he's taken a wound now.
Yep.
So take a toughness test. I want you to see you roll that garage.
No garages. That was a 3.
Sadly. Okay, so he's back down to 3 wounds. The Storm Bolters are going to hit on 6s.
1 hit.
They are twin linked. Because why not?
What are they? Strength 5?
Strength 5.
So 5s.
Nothing. So he's back down to 3 wounds again.
Cool. And then that is the end of the shooting phase. Straight into the combat phase, and what's charging?
So these guys are going to try and charge the lessers.
Yep.
I know it seems odd, but there's a mean to my plan.
So not going after the brutes.
Not going after the brutes.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
So they're going to go around here. He's going to try and charge the brute here.
Okay.
And he's going to charge the back here. Over here, both these squads are going to charge into these lessers.
Awesome.
You see there's a bit of a familiar pattern here. I don't like the lessers. They're horrible.
Yeah, I should have taken more.
No.
Shouldn't have been nice to you.
Samuel, stop talking.
Stop talking.
Stop saying stupid ideas.
Stop saying stupid things. Okay, so we're going to roll those charges off camera as they're pretty guaranteed here. There's no overwatch. And then we'll get back to the meat of the fight phase. Okay, so we have the combat phase now. And the guy with the spear is going into the brutes first?
Yeah, so the guy who's charged, he gets an additional attack. These two guys are basically going to attack the brutes. So the guy who's charged...
But they didn't charge the brutes, so they can't attack them.
He did.
I thought it was just the one spear guy.
Sorry, that's what I mean.
Yeah, you said the other two are going to fight them as well. I thought
he's going to charge.
Okay.
So, so he's charged. He's in combat already with both squads. They're both going to attack this squad. So the guy who's just charged, 2 hits and 3s. So roll 2 6s, so we get 2 additional attacks.
Yeah, of course you do.
Why not? Why not? So toughness.
Toughness 6 still. So you need 4s.
4s.
Will you stop rolling so high?
Sorry, Samuel.
Like, honestly, can I catch a break? I'm like, yes, we'll just go for averages and I should get 2 wounds. No, 4 wounds, deal with that.
Yeah, see how bad do you roll now, eh?
Yeah, so I need 5 ups followed by 5 ups.
Well, like averages like that then, Sam, eh?
I know, we're both on hot, so I shouldn't really complain. And then feel no pain. No, so I take a wound, so 1 dies.
So he's on 1 wound anyway.
Yeah.
So his mate who's already there, he's actually taken a battering. He's going to attack as well.
2 attacks.
So 3s. An additional attack.
Yeah, additional attack.
So 2 hits. And he 5s, because he hasn't charged.
No 5s.
So they're done. The shield guys. Sorry, yeah, shield guys. They hit on 3s. So 5 hits.
Nice.
You're not keen this, are you? The toughness 4.
Where are the 1s and 2s?
Yeah, we're coming here. There we go, Sam.
There we go. So freeze. It was freeze
2 wounds.
2 wounds. All right. So that's 2 5 ups followed by 5 ups. Nope. And then re-roll. And nope. So I just lose a guy straight off the bat. So now you've lost
the bagpipe. How about that?
So currently you've lost the combat by. So you're winning the combat by 3.
I'll do the dreadnought next.
Happy days. Go for it.
Hammer Wrath. No wounds.
Roll a 1. Happy days.
So he has 4 attacks basic.
Yep.
+1 for charging, and he gets D3 for a rampage.
For 1.
I get 1. That's all right though. Hit on 3s.
I don't think so.
No, a little bit too far.
I think callbacks is in the way there.
Sadly. So I now need 2s. With shred.
Nice.
I need no shreds.
Still 3 wounds. So 3, 5 ups, feel no pain because I'm only toughness 4. And I do make 1, so I lose 2. Another 2 models. Okay, so we rolled for the lessers off camera. We only made enough attacks to kill 1 shield because those shields do make you -1 to hit in combat, which makes you hit on 5s, which is really deflating, which we've got all these attacks that do nothing. Also swung into the Galatis Dread and did nothing.
Yeah, it just bounced that one wound. That one glance he did just bounced in the end.
Yeah.
So yeah, the guys with the custodians with shields, dreadnought or not, they're pretty nasty and quite annoying for your opponents.
But nothing we can do about that now. So now it's the brutes up, and they have 2 guys. That's 6 attacks. 6 attacks hitting on 4s because they are hitting against the spear dudes.
Do you want to roll separately because each one will be striking 1 separately because they're 2 separate units.
I mean, yeah, actually, that's true.
So you've got 1 guy, another guy.
Cool, so the first one.
So this one, the wounded guy, yeah?
Yeah, so that is...
Hit on 4s.
And I miss entirely because...
Nice. And the other guy's 4s as well.
And I hit once.
Strength 6, is it?
Yeah, strength 6, so... And there's a rending hit.
Oh, 5 up.
That's a 4. That's a wound.
So he's
got
got 1 wound.
There's still going to be a guy left. This is not good. These are not doing the rounds the best.
I like it. So I've got a fat power fist back into these guys.
The lessers.
So he's moved forward. He hit on 3s. It is mastercrafted.
All hit and then
and I want
twos.
2s to wound. So 3 wounds, Samuel.
Here we go.
5s.
And I save 1, I lose another 2. That's me losing combat.
By quite a margin.
Yeah. Okay, so at the end of that, I failed. I needed a double 1. I got a 9 or something. Like, my dice just seem to fail me constantly today. It's just not my day. And it's never my day, is it?
No, Sam, not the way you roll, mate.
No, I know. So the brutes, they both rolled, I think it was the 2 to 5 scale on the Warpstorm table and the Demon of Ruinstorm Warpstorm table. So they both took D3 wounds and both took 2. So we've got 1 brute on 1 wound and then we lost another lesser. So we've still held up this combat over here.
But they're going slowly.
They are going slowly.
Glad for me.
Okay, so now we have this combat over here, and with fresh reinforcements from the Custodes, it's not looking good for us, but we'll see what happens.
So, we might as well start from the
challenge,
aren't we?
Yeah, so if you go for your guy, I'm still toughness 10, thank God.
So I still have 6 attacks, because why not? I need 4s to hit. That's cocked. So, no additional attacks. I'll get real that 1 though. So, 1 miss, so 5.
5 hits.
And I need
6s.
6s to wound. You rocks aren't helping. So, 1 wound.
1 wound.
So you're 5 up with a 5 up with a 4 up, isn't it?
No, it's just a 5 up.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, so of course the big ones don't get that.
No, they get will not die instead.
Yeah, that's annoying as well.
And it was a 4, so that's not good enough. That is a wound, so I'm down to 7.
Again.
Oh no. Right, so I'll do my I know it's out of initiative step, but just because of the epicness of a challenge, we're just going to do it. We're just going to swing back with callback. So he has 5 attacks now. No, sorry, he has 6 attacks now. He's 7 on the charge. 2, 4, 6 attacks now.
Yep, thankfully hitting on 5s because my guy's 5 behind the shield.
And he hits once.
I'll take that. 2s to win though. Rolls a 1.
Yeah, because
classic Sam.
That's what happens when you play when you've got my dice. You roll 1s for days. I know.
Not enough garages going on there, mate.
That combat is now tied again.
Yeah. Telemon next, I think.
Telemon. Let's have it.
So Telemon's going to do some kicking. So at the lessers, hitting on 3s. Lucky enough, re-roll 1s because of matey next to him.
Still 1.
Still a 1. So you're getting contagious. So I need 2s to wound. That's cocked again. So 3 wounds in total.
So 3 5 ups.
And they're strength 10.
It is still 5 up followed by 5 up because they are still within 6 inches and the guy close to close space-based contact is within 6 inches of his portal. So let's see what happens. So there's 1.
Another re-roll.
No, so you just kill that one guy in front of you. So
he's having a bad day. He's just got stomped on.
Yeah. Okay, what's next?
So I've got a load of fresh Custodes running in and trying to hopefully save the day. So I've got those spear guys I'm going to do first. They're going to try and hit you on 3s because the unit's still weapon skill 4. So I'm going to take out the misses. So I've got 1 additional attack and 1 miss. So this one.
I mean, you didn't roll a single 2.
Oh, no, sorry, 3 2s there, sorry.
No,
and get additional attack. Sorry, I should have made that clear. And that's just an attack. So, you're now toughness 4, which is good for me. I'm strength 6, so 2s to wound you. It's a lot of 1s there.
Happy
Sam
days.
definitely is getting contagious. Not in the COVID sense either. So 5 wounds, Sam.
5 wounds.
Could have done a bit more than that, but there we go.
Well, I need it at this point, so now it's 5 ups followed by 4 ups because I am endured. Over here. So that is 1, 2, 3, and then re-roll these. 4 up, feel no pains. And that is 1 wound, so that is 1 wound on the unit. Cool, what's next?
So next, Sam, I'm going to do the sword guys. Hopefully they might be able to do better. We'll find out. 3s. That's cocked. So it's a couple of 2s there and 2 1s. Reroll those because
Of Warlord.
my mate there. And I need 3s to wound. all these ones are coming up now.
Happy days, about time.
Yeah, I thought so. I moan about it. So 3 wounds.
Cool, 3 wounds. 5 ups. And we've got made 1. 2 followed by 4 ups. And that is 1,
That
so
one
that
dead.
you killed 1 guy. Happy days.
1 guy out of all that.
That combined with the guy you've already killed, you're now winning by 4.
Doesn't feel like it.
Okay, so that makes it initiative step 4, I believe.
It is, yes. So you get a strike back with your letters into whatever you decide.
Okay, so we did all the rest of the rolls off camera, and I lost. I didn't kill a thing. You know, this was really... He kept making all his armor saves.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, it was hilarious. All those hot dice rolling. Yeah, so I lost the combat by 5. I am leadership 10 because I've got a champion in there. Sorry, a demon chosen. So I need to get under 5 on 2 dice for me not to peril. So, and I got a 6 because I can't even roll low when I need to.
Terrific.
Right, so I'm going to perils, and then we'll see what happens. And then I'll perils off camera.
Might as well do it now, Sam. Let the viewers see it. I'm sure they're going to enjoy it as much as I will.
Yeah, all right then. So we roll, see what we do.
That's
1.
brilliant.
That's now then our weapon skill 1, initiative 1. Oh, this combat couldn't get any better.
No,
Right.
I think good. Let's roll to see how many die.
So I lose D3.
That gets better. It gets
Even
better.
So I lose 1 and
a half.
1.5. Okay, so that's the end of combat though. We've not got anything else, have we? So right, I'll get rid of that model. I'll have a word with myself, and then we'll come back to Demons turn 4. Okay then, this is us at the end of our of the Demons movement phase. Not much happened. Everything's locked in combat and dying in droves very slowly. Okay, so with Shrikes, once the one with wound, be it have been wounded, is still just a jump monstrous creature, and he is he's trying to attack that grav tank, trying to lock it in combat. Okay, the other one's still hovering around, flying around. Okay, he's going to try and put a rift barb into there with my only shooting capability. Hey, and that was it for movement, because there's nothing else we can do. Everything's locked up. So we're going to go into the Psychic phase. Psychic phase, we've got 4 warp charges, and whatever we roll on this dice. For 1. It's been really poor on the warp charges this game.
I've got 1 dice to do. Absolutely nothing with it.
So I've got 5 dice, and I'm sort of thinking that I should let this unit die, because they still have to hit callbacks now, and callbacks will weather all of the hits, as long as I give them Iron Arm. Maybe I'm thinking give an endurance up there, and then that way that creates a line there that they don't have to deal with.
Something's going to hurt, and we have to find out which one does.
Yeah.
Or does callbacks want to be able to survive? So he's not what, toughness 7.
So he's toughness. We're in turn 4 now, so he's still currently toughness 8, but next turn he will drop down to toughness 7. So I reckon we Iron Arm him, and we endurance these guys again. Just for the see what happens. So use 4 dice for this, and
do endurance in it.
It fails.
I'll take a bit of that, Sam.
Okay, and then because the curse of the dice rolls is following me now into the Psychic phase. I think this is it. This is the clinch point where it all goes wrong. So Corvax is now going to try to cast Iron Arm on himself. Let's see how he does. He does cast it. You can try and deny it. See if your 6 can beat my garage. It can't.
Can't beat the garage.
Can't beat the garage. And that is Corvax now Iron Armed, and that's the end of the Psychic phase. So we're going to roll straight into the shooting phase, and we're going to get two rift barbs at this tank. Are you jinking?
I am indeed.
Okay, happy days. Thought you might.
I'd be silly not to.
So first one, the one that's been wounded, rolling to hit. It hits. Second one that's flying, rolling to hit. He hits. Look at that garage. Cool. That's 2 hits. Now they're both strength 8 with the minuses because of the flare shield and the +2 because of the rift barb. So the first one, 8 plus 2d6, and we're looking at 8. So that's 16. That's a penetrating hit. Next one, 2d6 plus 8, and that's 6 plus 8, which is 14, which is a penetrating hit. See if one of them gets through.
4 ups.
One goes through. What does it do? There's another shaken. Not good enough. However, it's now 1 to hold point. So all I do is make the charge and get 1 hit through, and that's him out of the game. Okay, moving in steadily into the combat phase. Sorry, Aaron, were you pointing at something then?
No, so this thing's probably going to have to charge, isn't it?
Yeah, so the Shrike's going to charge into here. It needs a 6 inches again. You can't overwatch because you're a vehicle and this isn't 40k.
Shame.
So, boom. And that was...
It's got a 6 on it.
He's in already. He's already got a 7 inch.
Sadly.
So, that's in now. Okay, the rest, everything else is locked in combat. And for those of you who are probably paying attention, we weren't paying attention. This is what happened. Adam didn't hit back with his power fist. Not that I don't think it would have changed much anyway, because I was probably still perils and rolled a 1. But
yeah, most likely. It's pretty nice to kill some more models, but
yeah, don't forget your power fist, Adam.
Listen to Day. Might be an idiot.
Okay, so we'll move into the meat of the fight phase coming up next. Okay, beginning of the fight phase, and the Shrike is going to charge in. So it's got 5 attacks plus 1 for charging, 6 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
To be fair, it's got a lot of arms hanging off it.
Yeah, all the appendages. However, you have grav backwash, so I'm hitting you at -2. So I'm hitting you on 5s. So I just need to get lucky here, and then hopefully this will help me. And I got 2 hits.
Yeah.
Your rear armor is
it's 11.
11. Is that standard?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so it drops down to 10 because I'm Miasma of Rot.
Lovely.
Yeah. Miasma of Rot, you drop down to 10, so that would make me strength 7, so I need 3s to do anything. Come on, don't fail me now, dice. And that is 2 penetrating hits.
There's nothing I can do about that.
Cool. Roll to see what we do, and we don't blow up, so that is you, a plume of smoke. But that's dealt with that, and now I have 2 flies in his back lines that he can't do anything about. Okay, so combat here, and we've got the Custodes are hitting first, as they always do. So
naturally, like you should do.
Yeah, so let's see what you're going to do first.
So he's going to have a little poke at him. So he hits on 3s. So
of course you get 4 and a 5.
And he needs 5s to wound. No.
No, sadly not.
And the other guy next to him is going to do the same against the same squad. So he gets an
hits.
additional attack, which hits. See if he can do it. So 5s. No, all 4s. He's waiting for him to be toughness 5 so he can do it properly.
Yeah, do it properly.
Cool. So I've got 2 sword guys against the squad, so hitting on 3s. And then no, one wound.
1 wound. Happy days, and we're looking for a 5, followed by a 5. Nope, and then we're looking for a 5. Nope, so 1 takes a wound.
I'm going to do my Sword of War Dread. It's got 4 attacks plus D3. Get another 3.
Nice.
So 7 attacks. Hitting on 3s. Not very helpful.
That was, thank God. It's now you're having a turn of dice, and like I said, like you said, my dice were rubbing off on you.
You can go away, Sam. It's not good. Don't like it. 2s to wound. Roll 1s. Luckily.
3 wounds.
3 wounds.
And it's feel no pain. It's just 5
up.
in
5
wounds.
up.
And I save 1.
So 2 are getting chopped in half.
2 are getting chopped in half. Okay, we rolled just consolidated that combat off camera. So the Lessers went into the Dreadnought, went into the Custodes. I think they killed 1.5 Custodes.
Yeah, they've done a bit of damage there, which is not very nice. Dragged 1 Custode down and wounded the other one.
Happy they did get slapped back again by a Power Fist, and that meant that I lost the combat by 4 because of, for some strange reason, him waving a flag means that I get injured. And yeah, so I lost the combat by 4, so I'm going to roll a leadership check. I have got leadership 10 because of my chosen, and then I'm going to roll 2d6. 6, 7. I can't pass any leadership checks today.
No, I like that.
So I'm going to perils again and see what happens. 1.
Oh, I like this, Sam. You're doing really well with these.
And my brutes are going to perils for 5. And they're going to take D3 wounds.
So that's 2 wounds.
2 wounds. And then
2 wounds.
The lesser demons are going to take D3 wounds for 2. So I lose another demon. Okay, next up we have Corvax and his merry men in the fight against the Custodes. And it's not looking great for the demons. We're looking a bit thin on the ground, but we still have some punch because Corvax is still there and he's still strength 9, toughness 10. So, Praetor, no, not Shield Captain, Tribune, do your worst.
He's going to ruin you for that saying that. No, he's a Tribune. He's not a Praetor. He's better than that. Not lowly, because he's not a lowly Astartes. So, I hit on 3s, 4s even, because you are whipsical same.
Yeah.
Oh no, okay, he's obviously not going to do too well.
Reroll 1.
Roll 1, that's all I got there.
And it was a 6, of course it was, because then you can generate extra hits.
Yep, getting an additional attack. It misses anyway. Oh, I'll get real that one. Strangely, bear with me. No, still misses.
Happy days. So 2 hits, and then you need 6s to wound me.
Come on. Nope. Even together, not a 6.
Cool. So this is a bit much of bouncing off, because that's what happens when you put a big guy up against a little guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 6 attacks from callbacks. Okay, so actually we've been making a mistake. He's not got 6 attacks base, he's got 5 attacks base and 6 on the charge. However, it's not really made a difference against this Praetor, but I do apologise. I did make a mistake there. I call him a Praetor. Well, he is a Praetor, isn't he?
He's a Tribune. He's better than Praetor.
He didn't do anything as a shield captain. I do apologise for getting it wrong the first time.
First dozen times.
Yeah, but it's not made a single bit of difference, has it? So, right. So 5 attacks. 5 attacks. We're looking for 5s. See what we get. Okay, a 1 hit again, because some callbacks can't hit 5s, and then we're looking for 2s. Here's a wound.
And I got a 3 up invan. And it tanks it.
See, so this combat's just going to be
It's going to be going on forever.
Forever. Right. Okay, so next one then.
So now I'm going to do my Telemann. So it's 4 attacks. Be hitting the unit on 3s. And I get to reroll those ones.
Yeah.
Glorious ones. Still don't get that reroll, but 3 hits. And I need 2 to squash. This time, Sam has to
2 dice, and I'm losing models here. However, I did get a 6 and a 5, so
That's my mistake. Sorry, it does have shred. Strangely, because why not? So there's an extra wound there, Sam. Sorry about that.
Yeah, because of course, why wouldn't you have shred? Well, look, I didn't care. Dice gods said, stop cheating.
Cheating. You mean my rules, Sam? You mean my rules?
Okay, so what's next?
So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to do my spears next into your unit. So they hit on 3s because you are whimsical a lot less.
Yeah, I'm whimsical 1 at the moment.
Yeah. So I'm going to re-roll those ones. Those 2s can go. So I have 3 additional attacks because of lightning blows, and those 2 don't generate any extra attacks.
That's horrendous.
It's brilliant. That's what I think it is. So I need 3s to wound, because you're slowly getting weaker. So we have 6 wounds in total.
6 wounds in total, right. So 3, 4, 5, 6. And I believe I'm getting rerolls there, because I am within 6 inches of my portal.
Oh, is he cheating again, is he?
Not cheating. So it's a 5 up, followed by a 5 up, followed by a 5 up.
So you say about my bloody rerolls.
Hey, look at how many guys I've got left. I probably need it.
Let's find out, Sam. Let's find out.
I mean, I probably should have done it for the last 2 that you just squashed with your... no, I saved them all free, didn't I?
Yes, you did. Don't you need the rerolls?
So I do need the rerolls, because that's done nothing. 1.
And then is it a reroll of 5s now because you feel no pain? It's ridiculous. How many dice does this one man need to roll?
Cool, and I lose 1 guy in total.
So after rolling dice, what was it, 15 dice, he saved 2 guys?
Yeah.
2 wounds.
Saved 2 wounds, yeah.
So,
I mean, that was actually under odds. I should have got better than that, but...
The sword guys move in. So I have 1, 2, 3. So they hit on 3s as well. Not that it makes not much difference to Sam, because he's going to get rerolls after rerolls.
Well, I've got to do something to stop your bullshit.
I've got 3 wounds, 4 wounds even.
4 wounds.
Yeah. Oh, rending as well, but that doesn't make a lot of difference right now.
No. So 4 wounds against the unit. So that is 5 ups, of which I make 2.
Oh, yeah, 5 up.
5 ups, which I make another 1.
Yeah,
followed by a 5 up, which is a 1, which means I take another wound. So,
basically, Sam, keep rolling dice until you lose them.
Well, this is we're playing. This is just how the game is, mate.
This is basically 40k, isn't it? Reroll the reroll.
Well, you started it with your warlord trait. Right. Okay. So, is there anything else?
I've got a power fist, but I'll let you go next, kindly.
Okay. So I'll gather some dice, and we'll get back to you. Okay. So we rolled the rest of that off camera because it was a lot of dice, and the long and short of it is I did 1 wound.
You did 1 wound in total.
Did 1 wound in total, because hitting on 5s is not great, and being weapon skill 1 is not the best. And then you squashed another one with a power fist, so that means you won the combat by 5. So I need to get 5 or underneath 5 under 2 dice, or I'm perilsing again. But let's see what happens. I actually passed a leadership check for once.
There you go, Sam.
Happy days.
Not always bad.
No, I can pick myself back up a little there. But that is the combat phase for Daemons of Ruinstorm turn 4. I'm going to do some It Will Not Dies off camera. And then we'll go into Custodes turn 5. This is really where it's going to start to sink for me because I'm -1 strength and -1 toughness.
Yep,
okay,
so toughness 3 and 4.
We'll see you back at a consolidation of the movement phase because there isn't going to be one. So we'll probably just go straight into the combat phase. Everything's in combat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool. And the only thing that was moving is dead.
He's run no more.
Okay, so we'll meet you at the Custodes combat phase coming up next. Okay, and we go to the beginning of Custodes turn 5 combat phase because, like we said before, we've skipped everything else on the fact that
there's nothing to do.
There's nothing to do. However, we did get It Will Not Die on callbacks. He's back up to 8 wounds. Now he is just going to be an absolute
pain in my
solid
arse.
wall that the Custodes are going to have to get through if they want to get that juicy
a victory point.
Yeah, victory point. And because he's currently in your deployment zone. So you've got to get him off, otherwise it's another unit that I'm going to get in the deployment zone. So all is not lost yet. We can bring this back. Anyway, so we'll move round over to the combat over here. It's not looking good for the demons, but we can still hold out, maybe.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully, if you keep rolling low.
So these two spear guys are going to attack your brute. They're going to attack at the same time, although they are separate units. So they hit on 3s. Okay, so 1 hit. You are toughness 5 now.
Yeah, so
you
it's
need
4s.
4s to wound.
Here's a 6.
So you take a wound there,
So
Samuel.
I still get 5 up, followed by Feel No Pain.
Ugh.
You're not getting rid of that. Nope, but Feel No Pain. Nope, so he does take a wound. He's down to 1.
Down to 1 wound. I'm liking this. So I now have my custody shield guys. So this one guy left hit on 3s.
1 hit.
And then I need a
2
to wound because you're now toughness 3.
Yeah, so
So
it's
1
a
wound.
wound. It's not strength 6, so I'm not getting. You're not getting
Instant dead.
I'm not getting doubled out. So it is 5 up, which
He
is
loves it.
6. So he loves that.
Next is my sword.
Yeah,
Dreadnought. He gets rampage D3. Gets
2.
2.
That's
I'm happy with that. So I get
cool.
6
I'm open
attacks.
for 1s and 2s.
I'm not. I want 3s. 3s and more. That's not 3s and more.
Happy days. Basically, you need a really bad turn of combat here, so I can hold out.
2s to wound. So 2 wounds.
Cool.
So 2
5
5 up
ups.
there, Sam.
1 made, so you kill 1.
1 dies. 1
Happy
pops.
with that. Okay, so is that it?
It is it.
Because I'm not initiative 1, I don't think. I'm initiative 1 with him, but I don't think I got initiative 1 with these.
No.
Cool.
I think they are, and he's not.
You think he is?
Yeah, because
Okay, cool.
they failed the same as they did.
Right, Roger.
He's initiative whatever he is.
Oh, right, okay, cool. So he will hit back next with his 3 attacks, hitting on 4s.
Is he attacking 1 custody?
Yeah, you get attack. You're not attack. You can't attack both. They're 2 separate units.
Okay, you can split his attacks.
Okay, we'll do 1 on 1, 2 on the other.
Makes sense.
Okay, so 1 on the first one, and it's a hit, and the other 2 are, so there's a hit on each. Okay, first one, wounds, because he's still strength 5 and your toughness 4.
4.
Because of Miasma of Rot. And next one is a wound. They are, however...
No armor safe, so this one.
So hoping fish for 1s. Nope.
And this one.
No,
Loves
it.
So we're good. We're good. Now Sam Azu is still a bucket of attacks for all his little lessers.
Yeah, bucket of attacks. There's going to be 3 attacks onto this Dreadnought, and then there's going to be however many attacks on those Custodian with the swords. But we'll roll that again off camera. Okay, so we've done that rest of that combat and consolidate off camera, and I lost again. So being weapon skill 1 means that I hit him on 5s naturally, and because he's -1 to hit because of his shields, I hit him on 6s, so I did nothing. You know.
If you could see Sam's face right now, you'd see a very disgruntled man.
Yeah,
He's very deflated.
I mean, this whole army is based on combat, and I can't even do combat well. So I'm really
You're not
struggling.
going anywhere.
No, and I'm not going anywhere. I could just sit here all day and let you try and hit me, but you're slowly getting better at killing me. So you know, there is that.
Yeah, I'll take that. Sam now needs
I
a
need a leadership check, and I need to get below 6 because I am 10 and I lost by 4. 5, 7 again. The blessed number is not helping me out here. Right, so what do I roll? I got a 6, which means they're going to be weapon skill 5, initiative 5 next turn.
One hand giveth, one hand taketh.
I know, so that's not too bad. It's nice when that pops up. Right, we'll move round to the next combat.
What about him there?
Oh yeah, he needs a leadership check as well, doesn't he?
He's leadership 7, so -4, so 3.
So yeah, so he needs under 3. 5, no.
So what's he do? What's he do then?
He gets D3 wounds. He's going to die. He does
He's
die.
dead. Which has saved these two boys.
Yeah, saved them. Okay, so we're going back to the shield captain versus callbacks. See what happens.
Old standard. So I hit you on 4s. Oh, all those 6s. I like that. So
yeah, they make up for the lack of. You got 3 extra attacks.
Yeah.
You reroll 1s.
1s.
But how many 6s have you rolled this game? Look, there's another one.
Oh, look at that. I like
Lord.
that. Yeah. I need that to wound you in it though, but
yeah, you will.
yeah. Oh dear. So I'm now strength 6. You're toughness 9 now, isn't it, Sam?
Toughness 9.
Oh,
no, so even if I was, I was toughness 8 and then toughness 7, but I'm +3 because of iron arm, so still toughness 10.
Oh, it's disgusting.
And
So
nothing.
Not a single bean.
So I hit you with my 5 attacks. It is 5 this time. Now we know.
Because we actually looked it up.
Yep, and we hit on 5s. And I don't get a single hit because callbacks can't seem to roll successful. So you can roll 6 6s in a row. I can't roll past a 4 apparently. But oh well.
You sound a little bit miffed there, Samuel.
I just keep it repeatedly.
So next port of call is going to be the Telemon. Come on, I hope he's going to start kicking some face in a second. So he's going to hit on 3s, and I get a real 1s. It has helped. So I've got 3 attacks. They hit, and they need to wound on 2s with Shred.
I think the only guy who can wound is the champion because the rest of them are out of combat range.
Yeah, we'll be going on him first.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
it is what it is.
you can look out, sir.
Yeah, I probably will.
Is he a character independent?
He's a character, yes. Independent character.
He's independent. So 2 ups. You can look out, sir, into some poor soul.
Right, so 3 wounds. Look out, sirs. Oh, so like I said, I can't roll above 4. So he's going to have to tank it on himself. He doesn't. However, is he within 6 inches of a portal? I'm not sure.
Doesn't it look like it, Sam? No, he's not.
Oh, well, he's going to have to
Die
like a...
He gets crushed.
He does get crushed. Nothing I can do about that. Toughness 3 and all that.
And the other 2
will be on demons, but they will get the reroll.
will be the closest. So with these models here, Samuel.
Oh.
No. That one looks like it's just out as well.
Yeah, probably.
So with those 2, so 2 dead.
Yeah, 2 dead.
So Telemon has actually finally started doing something. How long bloody last?
Yeah.
Well, now hopefully the Custodes might be able to do something now.
Well, there's not many. There's now 4 guys left, and then you just have to deal with callbacks.
Joy. Oh, the joy.
Oh, the joys.
So the spear guys are going to go first. Hit on 3s. Needing re-rolls of 1s. He's going to need it. So, re-roll those. So, 6 hits in total.
Yep.
Your toughness 3 now, so only 2s, which is a nice change.
Why do you need... Oh, you do need 2s. Yeah, it's not instant death, it's just...
No, unfortunately not.
So 4.
4 wounds.
4 wounds. So I do get my re-roll, so I get 5 up, 5 up, 5 up. So, 1.
5 up with 5 up with 5 up.
There's my second one. And then finally... No, so 1 dies.
And then the sword guys, which would be striking at the same time. They hit on 3s. Roll 1s. Nope, doesn't matter anyway. And then 2s. So that's 7 wounds, my friend.
7 wounds. Oh dear.
Oh dear indeed. Unfortunately, you can't kill them all. But
I feel like I'm playing a game of 40k here. The amount of rerolls you have. Right, so this is... right, so that is 1 saved so far.
You get
we do have rerolls all for days.
He says that we're playing a game of 40k. Induced by yourself.
Yeah, but look at that. It doesn't help when I'm not rolling at all.
And yet you get a 3rd reroll.
I need it though. Oh, look at that. 1
Oh,
takes a
for
wound.
crying out
Well, I needed that many rolls, didn't I? Because the amount of bad ones I was getting. So you just kill 1. So there's 3 guys left.
Oh, that's a shame, isn't it?
Cool. They will hit back now. And I'm not going to do this on camera because only 3 of them left.
Yeah.
So that is 2, 3,
6 attacks.
4, 5, 6 attacks.
Hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s. So that is
Pretty good.
4 hits.
And then-
Wound you on 5, 6 is a rending. and I get nothing. I do get 1 wound.
Aren't you strength 3 now, Sam?
Yeah. So
you need 6s to wound, which are ending, ironically.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, I've got a complete... No, your toughness 4, remember? Master of Wrath.
Crikey, yeah.
So 1 wound.
So that is a 2-up armor save, which I passed.
Lovely.
By the 3. And my Power Fist guy.
Yeah, and I think you might finish them off there.
I don't know, he's only got 2 attacks.
Yeah, that's true.
So
rerolling 1s, for God's sakes.
No, I don't get the reroll 1s though. And I'll need 2s to wound. Wounds him.
Cool. 5 up,
5 up.
And he makes it. Ugh. So that is, however, not the greatest because...
It's a double 1 for you, Sam, to see if they do run away. Well, pop.
Yep. Reroll that. 4. Not good enough.
No, I think it's a double 1 for you.
Yeah, so perils. Yeah. See what we do.
Oh, for crying
We've powered up!
So both units now powered up, which is not ideal for me.
I mean, there's nothing left of them, so...
Yeah, well... Yeah, pretty much. That's the latter part of the combat there, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so that's the end of combat. It's now going to go into the Daemons of Ruinstorm. Turn 5. Okay, come up to Demon of the Ruinstorm's consolidation of their turn 5. So moved our flies over here. They're just sat chilling, waiting for something to happen. They're just going to try and net me points at the end. Okay, Callbacks is chilling where it is. Everyone else is locked in combat. These demons aren't going to last very long. And then we're going to go through Psychic phase. So only 3 Psychic Warp charges available to me because you've killed a champion, or chosen, sorry. So let's roll dice. And we get 2. You always get 2.
I'm liking that. That's the highest roll you've rolled for your Psychic test power so far.
So that's 5 dice.
2 dice.
5 dice available. So I'm going to try and cast Endurance on that unit over there. Callback's only toughness 7 here, which means... Ooh, do I try and...
You start losing wounds, mate. You start dying, or do you want to endure something?
No, I'm going to leave 1 dice for him to try and cast Iron Arm, and I'm going to do Endurance on that unit over there where they still have a champion. A chosen. Right, so let's see what we do. And it comes off twice, so you need 2 6s to deny. And you don't. No, it's 2 4s. So they are endured, which means they're going to be a pain in the ass to move. Okay, and my last dice, is it going to give Iron Arm to Callbacks? No, it does not. So Callbacks only toughness 7 this turn.
Oh, I might count something. Might actually wound him.
Not the end of the world, actually, because yeah, you'll still wound him on 6s.
5s.
5s. You wound him on 5s. Oh no.
Does make a difference.
Yeah, it does. But we'll see what happens.
This will make a difference. You kill him.
So we're coming up to the combat phase, Connor. Okay, combat phase, and the Custodes have got something to do.
Cool. So the Spear Guy's going to go first. He's going to hit on 3s. 1 hit. And 2 to wound. 1 wound.
Okay, so I get... I'm strength toughness 3, you're strength 5.
Yep.
So I'm going to get Feel No Pain. 1 wound.
Yep, just 1 wound, mate.
Just the 1 wound. Okay, no, but I get a reroll, or I get Feel No Pain. Nope, so I take a wound. You're not doubling me out.
Nope. I've got a Power Sword.
Cool.
1 hit, standard. And 1 wound.
Okay, so 5 up, and I make it.
Oh.
So okay, you've currently caused 1 wound on the unit.
And I've got the Dreadnought. So see what he does. So Rampage, +3. So I can take that. So I need to hit on 3s. Hopefully he does better than he did last. Of course he does now when they're endured. Standard, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
And he needs 2s to wound. So he's now got 7 wounds on that unit.
3, 4.
Really could have done with that last turn, but there we go. Such is the way of dice.
So I don't get any rerolls, I just get my 5+. However, out of that I make 1. So that is 2, 4 and 6. So that's 3 guys dead.
So the guys 3 round in there, get trodden on and get chopped up.
Okay, and that is it for Custodes. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 attacks going into the Custodes. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10 attacks going into the Custodes. I'm looking for 5s, but it's not 6s. I'm no longer initiative, weapon skill 1, yada yada yada. I'm now initiative 5 and weapon skill 5. So actually, I should have hit at the same time as you.
Yeah, that'd be good to remember your rules there, Sam.
Yeah, it would be actually. So
I can't remember them for you.
I've lost 3 guys, so if I add an extra...
Those 3 can attack the Dreadnought, which they were surrounding.
Yeah, so we'll go with this, going to, and I need 4s now. Still 5s actually, because you've got a shield.
Because annoying shield.
Yeah.
I like the look of that.
That is pathetic. Such is life. Oh, and that is 3 hits so far.
Yep.
And then I'm looking for 6s really, because
4s.
5s to win, because you're -1 toughness,
which is so annoying as a rule.
I know, but you know what? You get to a 12-inch reroll bubble, so so I get one wound, 1 rend, and that's my lot.
So 1 wound. So 2.
Happy days.
That. And then 4 up, 4 save. Oh, that's good.
Just when I didn't want to see your 6s.
So do you want to roll for the 3 guys, which should be there, which have died?
Happy days. 2, 4, 6.
So they need 5s as well, because it's a shield thing.
Yeah. And they do get 2 hits.
Now these now need 6s.
And they got nothing. Okay, so that was a load of nothing. We'll move around to this combat here, and we've got Callbacks Out to Blight versus the Tribune.
You got it right this time.
I did. I'm learning.
You're learning. Slowly but surely, Sam, you're learning.
So you've got your god-awful amount of attacks.
Yes, it's good. So 4s. Well, I could have done better with that.
I'll take that.
Reroll that 1. There's that dice over here, wherever it went.
Of course, it was another 6.
It was a 6.
Any other dice roll, and you just wouldn't get extra attacks, but you keep rolling the one that I don't want you to get.
Oh no, it's terrific, isn't it? So 2 extra attacks. 5 and a 4. So I get 5 attacks in total.
That was a 1, not a 4, underneath there when you pulled it out.
Oh, was it? Sorry, I saw it as a 4. Sorry. So 4 attacks. They need 5s to wound this time, not 6s.
And that was when you got 2 6s.
It's good, isn't it? It's good.
For God's sakes. Right, so I need 5 up in buns here. And I make 2 of them. That's cocked. No, so I lose a wound. So I'm down to 6 wounds. No, I'm not.
7 again, isn't it?
Yeah, back down to 7 because I was on 8.
Oh, up, down, up, down, up, down.
So I got 5 attacks back and I hit you on 5s. This is not great. I only get 1 hit. And of course I roll a 1.
Well, we're both fearless. No one's going anywhere in that particular phase.
Yeah.
He is fearless, isn't he?
He is fearless, yes.
Thought as much. Okie dokie. Well, hopefully this next bit down here should be a little bit better for me.
Cool, so we'll just give you a second to rejig the dice and get our dice admin up, and then dice admin up, and then we'll come back to it. Okay, so the combat over here with the 3 lesser demons left, not looking good for them. I think they've sort of been resigned to die.
Yeah,
no demon truly ever dies. Okay, so
we're going to make sure we do today.
Do your executions.
So I hit on 3s with the Telemon. Lucky I got some 3s, and reroll because his mate behind him. So 4 hits.
Yep.
2s to wound. Ugh, the dice seem to be running away at the moment. So that is 4 wounds in total.
4 wounds of 3 ups followed by 3 ups.
3 ups? You mean 5 ups?
5 ups, sorry. 5 ups. 3 ups, that'd be nice.
Yeah. And that's
So
4 dice you need, Sam.
Thought it was... Oh, sorry.
Looks like someone can't count.
Nope. And then... And that's 3, so 1 dice. Lovely.
Annoying. It is annoying.
It is annoying. However, I need to be as resilient as possible here.
Resilient and there's annoying. Right then, Sam. So the spears are going to go next. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3s. They're real 1s. Because reasons. So 1 has missed. And I've got a 6 there, so I get an additional attack. Which hits. So basically they all get to a hit. And I need 2s. No rerolls. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds in total.
Okay, 4, 7 wounds. Cool, so 5 ups followed by 5 ups followed by 5 ups. Whee! Okay, so that was 1. So
I love your rolling, Sam. I love your rolling.
I know, it's not the greatest, is it?
Who said those dice are good?
That was another 2. And then 5 ups, feel no pains. And nothing, so 4 die, so that's enough to kill the unit.
And the sword guys will just wander around to try and find the next prey.
It's now left for callbacks to defend as we move into the Custodes assault phase, and that's the only phase that we're really interested in now. Assault phase, turn 6.
No, my movement phase, because I get to move.
Oh yeah, you do. Oh,
so I actually get to have a bit of a movement phase in there.
Oh yeah, you do actually. Well done. So we're going to Custodes, bloody Custodes, movement phase, turn 6. That was the end of the battle, and after everything, I conceded because we did play turn 6 off camera just to see what happened, because it was a very quick summary, and the Custodes had an overwhelming majority of units. They still could get back into their deployment zone. There was nothing really I could do about it. So in the end, it was a flat-out victory to Adam. No victory points. That was the rules of the game were just he wins if he gets more units.
Mighty Custodes won again.
And again, and that's a 7th loss for me now.
What I can say is sorry, Sam.
Also, if you could do anything differently, what would you do?
I don't know really. I think I played. I don't know. I think I could have done pulling back a bit and then hitting you a later turn, but it feels a bit boring. It's worked out all right. I did take a few losses of Custodes even. I could have moved the Calidus Grav Tanker back a bit because it got caught up in the end and torn down. So I could have used that a bit better. The Telemann did wander around a little bit, not doing much, but apart from that, I think it is okay. I think it's all right overall. What about you, Sam?
Well, I think it comes down to list building really. I think this list would have been great against sort of a normal Legion player because I had a lot of hard-hitting, fast units. But against that wall of 2+ armor save, I think I need more bodies. I think realistically, if you're playing against Custodes, you need more demons. You need quantity over quality.
Yeah,
really. I mean, the lessers were the only thing that sort of had that punch because of weight of attacks.
They just didn't go when they charged, and they dragged down so many Custodes just by sheer weight of numbers. It doesn't matter how well you roll, it's going to drag them down eventually. And there's nowhere you can go with them. Once it's in combat, you start there like a massive tar pit.
I mean, yeah, out of the 40 lessers that are on the field to begin with, there is still, I can count 5 left. So 35. So you killed 70 wounds, but you didn't get through enough.
Finish them off. They're hard. They're really hard, even for Custodes models. So yeah, good luck with any Legion players fighting an army like that. You're going to struggle.
You can't chew through the wounds.
No.
But that's why we don't take them. I wouldn't take that against a Legion player really. I wouldn't take 70 odd lessers demons because it's a bit too much.
But he takes it against me. Says it all, doesn't it?
Well, you've got shields. When you're negating, yeah, I've got 51 attacks, but when I'm hitting on 5s, that doesn't really add up to much. And it is the sort of the 6 and 1 and 3 of the other, or two 3s of 1 and 6 of the other, whatever it is they say.
2 6 and a half dozen. Yeah.
Cool. But have you enjoyed your time on the channel?
I really have. It's been an interesting game. Always is an interesting game for you, Sam. I do thoroughly enjoy fighting Ruinstorm army simply because they're such a tough and different army from the Legion. But yeah, it's been really good fun. I'm looking forward to coming back with a different list.
Yeah, and
not Custodes.
I think the next game I have lined up is another demon list. I might ask if I can change now because I'm like, every army I've put on the channel now is lost. But
may that last.
Yeah, may it last. But if you did enjoy this, thank you for watching to the end. Please like, share, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Tell your friends. There's more Heresy content out there. Heresy bat reps are a thing now. It's what we're up to. Heresy Wednesdays. And please, if you haven't already seen this one, if you've watched this bat rep without having already seen my review of Creeping Scourge, Demons of Ruinstorm, please give that a check out, as that'll explain more in depth about some of the sort of quirky rules that demons have, particularly Creeping Scourge, as that's the demon. Etheric Dominion, I think it's called, that I use. So that's the one I'll be completely focusing on, i.e. what models to use, what sort of strengths, what their buffs, where they hit hard, where they don't. As you've seen here, lessers, take lots of lessers.
And if he does do that, just beware, it's probably a good dose of salt, I know, Sam.
Yeah, well, the dice gods are so fickle. They just let me down every time. They make me think I'm going to do well, and then no, take it away from underneath me.
It's always fun to watch.
But okay, cool. That's about wraps it up. Unless you've got anything else to add.
No, good, mate. Looking forward to the next game.
Happy days. Well, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.